Hello, y'all. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, YouTubers. I am late. I normally get on here in the morning, but I had a few things to do, and I have a lot more to do later. I'm coming up with really cool products for you guys. So I'm excited. I am gonna wait until everything is finished to let you know what the next project I have been working on is. But I do want to wait until a few more people join to really start talking about the projects I have. Hey there, welcome. All right, so we got Leo. If y'all are joining and you're new here, drop your signs in the chat. It's first come, first serve. That's going to be the way we do it. All right, so if you're new, I want to make sure I'm gonna number them this time because I don't be knowing that I don't have all the signs listed. So we're gonna put all the signs, make sure. All right, Sag, Cap, Aquarius. All right, that's what we got so far. Make sure y'all like the live for me if you're watching on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and Kick. I don't know if you can like streams on there, but make sure you follow. If you're on TikTok, this will be up on my YouTube, y'all. It will be time stamped for you to see later. If you join as a member on YouTube, you guys get a free tarot and oracle deck of the Life's Oracle and Tarot. So you do get a free deck if you join as a member. You also get monthly questions and you get to see the career and love readings. All right, so all that is available. There's two tiers as well. So if you don't need a tarot deck, you'd rather just watch me, that's okay. You don't want to pull your own tarot, that's all right. Make sure that you could join for the $5.99 option and still get your monthly question. Thank you, Lisa. Those of you that join as members, don't forget to send me your YouTube username with your question. I am able to see who's who, what the members are, and everything like that. So make sure you send that info to me. My email is contact by Isha. Y'all will see that info in my descriptions and all that good stuff. And yeah, so we got the Oracle deck today. All right, so the members that did sign up to get a free Oracle and a tarot deck, those are packed up and I am shipping them out on Monday. Unfortunately, they came a little late and I could not make it to the post office. The post office closed at 1. So it's all good. But the decks have arrived. They're really dope. I took my time to kind of meditate with them, practice with them a little bit. And we're going to use them for the first time today. So we're going to use the Life Oracle deck and the Life's Tarot. Now, y'all know typically when I do use other Oracle decks, I was using the Hip Hop Oracle deck, so I'll use two of those decks together. But this time, we're just going to use this one deck. It is 78 cards in both decks, so it's basically the size of a regular tarot. All right, so we're going to use these today. Yes, it is exciting. I love it. It came out really cute. The pictures are really cool. Just to show y'all a few of the pictures real quick. So that's Desire. That came out nice. We got Take Action. All right, we got the Money Outflow card. So yeah, we got a bunch of different cards. We're going to see how they interact with each other. But so far we got Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, and Virgo. Okay. Oh, somebody put Cancer. I feel like I missed Cancer. Let me see. Oh, somebody said Cancer and Aquarius, not Capricorn. Let me put Cancer as third. All right, so we got Leo, Sag, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo. All right, y'all, we're going to get started. If you didn't hear your sign, I'll see you drop it in the chat. So just keep, put it in the chat. I got y'all. I will see it. Thank you. Said even to a white girl. Everybody of all races can use them, y'all. It's all good. All races can use them. All right, let's see. We just needed some. We needed some with a little color, a little melanin. It's not that many. It is a few decks, but it's not that many. Yes, we are doing readings. We're doing readings by zodiac signs, guys. So if you're new to watching me really quick, because I know TikTok's a little different. We do it by zodiac sign. You drop your signs in the chat. That's the order we go in. If you're watching on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube. It will be time stamped. It also, if you're on TikTok, my personal reading link is in my bio. Yeah, what else do I have to say? TikTokers don't get scammed. As the channel grows, it will be more people that will make a fake page. That's what happened to me last time. So I got to get that disclaimer. And so far, we have Leo, Sag, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Libra. That is who we have so far. All right, thank you. Thank you, Steve, for the gift. Hey, welcome, Amelia. Welcome, y'all. All right, so we're going to get started. So this is going to be our first time using this. We're going to see how it comes out. I really liked it. I did the personal question, and I did it myself. For myself. Yes, you said sad. He's held it down. Yes. All right, so let's see. But I will let you know, guys. Also, if you're new to watching me, my readings for each sign will be about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so just to let you know, it might be a little while till we get to your sign because I like the readings to be detailed. But like I said, these are up on YouTube. Okay, YouTube also is my same username. It is EeshUrHeartOut. All right, so it is the same username. So make sure y'all check that out. Again, y'all, it's gonna be scammers on the TikTok chat. Don't get scammed. Don't DM nobody. All that. All right, so we're ready to go. All right, so we got Leo, Sag, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Libra. That looks like I see the same signs kind of coming out. So that's who we got for now. So we're missing about 5 other signs, but we'll let them come on in. All right, so let's see, Leos. Let me timestamp it for y'all. Timestamp it for you. Oh, hey, Amelia. All right, so let's see, Leos. Let's see what's going on for the Leos. I don't know if you got to see. I did respond to your personal question too. So I don't know if you got to see it yet, Amelia, but I did do that. And I got your deck is packed up and is ready to go out, okay? You said, will I be your girlfriend? No, but I appreciate you asking. Thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate you wanting me to be your girlfriend. All right, y'all. Let's see, Leos. All right, so what is the center of the reading for my Leos? Let's see. Center of the reading for the Leos. This Oracle deck also does have each of the zodiac signs included. So if we're talking about a person, all right, or maybe even just that energy, but yes, it will come out. You're a Scorpio. Let me ask. Scorpio will be number 8. All right, what's the center of the reading for my Leos today? Let's see. Center of the reading for the Leos. I'm going to also, really quick, I'm sorry, I'm going to put Pisces on here because I know there's a Pisces that watches me every day, but she's not on here, so I'm going to put Pisces for her. All right, so let's see. What's the center of the reading for the Leos? Center of the reading for the Leos here. Okay, repetitive cycle. All right. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. They new, so they slippery. You know, I got nails on. All right. All right, so there's a repetitive cycle. Something's going on here. Okay, so what are we repeating, Leos? What's being repetitive? Also, what's interesting, y'all know that the strength card typically has the infinity symbol. It is number 8. All right. Sag is after Leo. All right, so what's being repeated here? Let's see. What's being repeated? This flew out. Uh-oh. We got danger or like something being caught or needing to be cautious. I'm going to keep that just because that's that's an important card to keep. What is your current energy, Leos? Let's see. Okay, restraint. All right, so you're holding back from something. There's something that you don't want to do. Okay, what are you restraining yourself from? Ah. All right, so I feel like there is a repetitive cycle dealing with this, though. So what are you holding back from, Leos? Okay, taking action. All right. So I feel like with a repetitive cycle with danger, maybe you think everything is dangerous or you're always worried, or even if something is giving you caution, there's caution symbols. You don't take any action, you don't do anything. So you might be kind of sitting still here. What do you need to take action towards here, Leos? Let's see. Hi there, Caroline. Welcome. I see Gemini there. Okay, so you need to take action on something that you would be self-assured about. I'm also getting to, You are about ego and external validation. So you may only do things when people agree with it, right? So it's kind of like if you have an idea, you don't go research anything, you don't go look it up. You kind of you need other people to tell you to do it, kind of thing. Self-assured is an energy where you would be able to do something without somebody else agreeing with you. All right, so let's get the tarot. Let's see what else is coming out. Okay, we got a Capricorn. Capricorn will be number 11, so that will be a while, just to let you know. It will be a while. Hey there, welcome. Thank you for the compliment. Seventh War, where you from? New Orleans or something? All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards here. Let's see, Leos. Okay, so you have the 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups. Here's the Hierophant, the 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups. Okay, so with these, and where are you at with restraint really quick? Let me see really quick. Looks like you might be blocking out other people. Let's see. Okay, so in restraint, you're coming out as a 5 of Cups. So this might be things where you miss an opportunity. All right, so you may notice that you're missing opportunities here. You're not taking action. I feel like, too, if you are warned about something repetitively, you kind of end up, you regret something. Okay, so this might also been like you made a mistake before, something that you tried to do, it did not work, and you're just trying not to, like, make that same mistake again. Let's see what else you keep. What's the repetitive cycle here? Let's clarify really quick. And then I'll read these, the tarot. Interesting. The Emperor. Okay, you got the Chariot, and then there's the Queen of Swords and the 5 of Wands. If you're dealing with people, there is an energy where you deal with an Aries and a Cancer. That is repetitive. So I do want to put that out there if these are people around you. I feel like, too, Leo, I always talk about you guys being like you're the second fire sign, your pride, your ego. So it's about like kind of like really believing in yourself. That's what I'm getting. I feel like yours is more about, your issue is more centered on other people because you have the 7 of Wands, 10 of Cups here. All right, so it's like, say, I'll explain like this, right? You get an idea. Instead of doing the research or finding out like the rules and regulations surrounding this idea, you just kind of like you let it fall to the wayside. If you don't see other people doing it, you don't do it. I'm also getting, too, if there's people involved, there can be a significant Taurus here that has something to do with this. All right. I'm also getting, too, I see like there was a time where you did something very quickly, or you went into something very quickly, and you feel like that was a regret or that was a mistake. So what else did you regret doing here with the 5 of Cups? What has you in this restrained energy here? Possibly a Gemini, if there's people involved. All right, so if there's a person involved, you typically, maybe you had a situation dealing with a Gemini, or I feel like there was a decision that you made and that just did not go your way. What significance does the Taurus energy play here with the Hierophant? Rest. Okay, community. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. Somebody here is okay with being around people. They don't worry. Like, this is the difference between being self-assured and worrying about external validation. You will know something works when you go and you look into something. You go in and you do your research and things like that. So if you're comparing yourself to possibly a Taurus energy or a person, they're not completely worried about what people think, and they are okay with fitting in with a group. All right, you could also have a Taurus placement. But I feel like this person's okay with fitting in with a group without feeling judged by them, or feeling like, somebody's able to be different and still be around people. They don't have to change themselves. They don't have to, like, they're not worried about what somebody thinks. They feel more comfortable there. That's interesting, too, because Taurus is a fixed energy. Leo is fixed. So it's like you both are in fixed energy, but yours is a little more like you need somebody to tell you what to do here. What else do you need to be self-assured about? Let's see, what else do you need to be self-assured about, Leos? Wow, okay, so you've got dogmatic. Yeah, manipulation. Okay. There's something where you keep thinking people are manipulating you. Maybe you think a Gemini manipulated you before. You keep viewing. Okay, what do you keep viewing as manipulation? Just to show you these cards. Let's see. What do you keep viewing as manipulation? So I feel like that's why you're like worried or something like that. Interesting. Disrespect. Yeah, obstacles, encouraging and indulging. So like, okay, while you're in restraint, right? You feel like when somebody's nudging you, like, hey, like, let's do this, Leo. Let's take action. You feel like somebody is manipulating you into doing something, or you think everything is dangerous. Now, of course, you want to pay attention to what's going on and getting information, and you want to be cautious. You want to have, but I feel like once you have all the information on something and you know what's going on, there's no need to hold back. Like, this would be an energy of doing all the research on a project. What legal things go into it? How much is something going to cost for you to do it? What kind of people would like to be involved in this? Like, it's like, say you're trying to learn something new, you would do all of the research associated with that, right? Like, you're not just going to jump into buying a home. You'll go and look in the area that you're living in. If you have children, you'll look at the schools. You're going to look at what's the closing costs, what's the commission to the real estate agent, how much are we going to have to put into, furniture? Is it a new build? Has it been inspected? Like, these are all the things that you can think about. And then when you go through that whole process, it's okay to be self-assured, right? Like, so say you went through that whole process, you got all that information, and then you go and ask somebody else, and they're like, oh no, I had a house and this happened to me and this broke down. But you've already done all the information to feel comfortable with that decision. All right. So, find a good balance with that. Because if that's a repetitive cycle, that is something that you don't want to have to like continuously do. You don't want to always hold yourself back. And I'm not saying to go and do anything crazy. You don't want to, spend a whole bunch of money, anything like that. But you still want to pay attention and do what you need to do here. But I feel like the root of this stems from a Gemini energy. All right. I feel like Gemini can also be that mindset if you do not know a Gemini here. All right. Thank you, Maria. Hi, y'all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm not ignoring nobody. You said, was my spirit animal? I don't know. I don't know if I have a spirit animal. That's a good question. All right, so let's see. What other energy should you be in here, Leos, for yourself? What other energy should my Leos be in? Okay, self-care. So I feel like do all of the things that you need to do. Get all the information that you need to get. Now, don't you don't have to do too much. Yeah, self-care and time. If you're holding back too much to where you're not using your time wisely, like don't sit around and like wait, contemplate all the time. You do still need to do things. I feel like too, this would be a good time for you to literally spend some time taking care of yourself. All right. So take a rest day, make sure that you're healthy, calm, take care of your hair, nails, whatever, all that good stuff. All right, what else is the outcome for you, Leos? And then Sagittarius is next, y'all. Sag is next. Oh, there's Taurus. There it is. Okay. Let's see what's I see something with a Taurus. Something might be unexpected. What does a Taurus expect here? Because I pulled that energy twice, but what do they expect? Okay, so a Taurus may expect a new opportunity, or you following rules and regulations. You may think that that is automatically going to bring you some sort of opportunity, or like a strict, like some sort of strict, it could be like a strict diet, a strict routine. All right, what's actually going to occur here? We're going to clarify. Okay, got helpful and Virgo. All right, so something may even come from a Virgo here where they'll be more helpful. All right, we're going to figure out what that means. I'm sure it'll come out in the other readings. Thank you for the gift, Jay. Welcome. No, I did not do Scorpio. Scorpio is going to be number 8. We just finished the first sign, y'all. So if you're on TikTok, we are up on YouTube too, so it's going to be time stamped. Hi, shout out to India. Okay. We got a lot of people all over, all over the world. Hi, Baddies Lovers on Twitch. I can't do a fit check right now, but you can see the top of it. All right, so let's see. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Oh, yeah, no problem. I just let y'all know because it's going to take a while, so y'all not, if you feel like you're waiting a long time. All right, Sagittarius. Shout out to the Sagittarius. I meant to say happy birthday to my Leos, too. So happy birthday to the Leos. What's today's date? Yeah, it's still Leo season. I got Pisces as going to be number 9. All right, y'all. Sagittarius. What is the center of the reading for the Sagittarius? What's the center of the reading for the Sagittarius is? Let's see. Okay, ignore. Okay, interesting. Something's being ignored here. That is the center of it. What's being ignored? Maybe something should be ignored. We'll clarify, but what's being ignored or should be ignored? Okay, perspective. All right, so the center of the reading is like somebody is not willing to see something in a different way or not willing to open up their mindset. Okay. All right, so what role do you play here, Sagittarius? What's your current energy? And this could be you, so make sure that you're being open-minded. All right, but let's see. What energy are you in? Okay, speak up. All right, so you're speaking on something. You're being vocal. What are you speaking up about here, Sagittarius? You're using your voice. You're being... Okay, you're speaking up about transformation. You're talking about how something has changed. All right, so what was going on before here? Now, you could be talking about your change in perspective. So maybe somebody is not willing to listen to that. Maybe, it just depends. But what was the situation before with transformation? So you're going to talk about it. Okay, you got honesty. And what did it transform into? Other than lying, I guess. Oh, repetitive cycle. Okay, Leo. That was Leo's energy. Okay, so a Sag may be talking about this. You're going to know, okay, so you're talking about like, okay, at first something was cool or something was very clear and then something started to become repetitive. Ooh. Now, I don't know if this is Leo, but something says controlling and secret. Okay, now you know a Sag ain't going to let nothing stay too quiet. So at first somebody's being honest, but now it has changed into something becoming a secret. So what caused this transformation? Okay. Oh, trying to fit in. Okay, so this is the thing, right? This could have been you with Speak Up coming out. You may be going through a shift like that. So in order to fit in order to be like everybody else, somebody stop being honest or straightforward. I love these cards. These Jones came out dope. This is my Oracle deck, by the way, if you want to get it. But yeah, that came out pretty dope. All right, but somebody's, yeah, trying to fit into the group here. All right, well, what other energy should you be in, Sagittarius? So I feel like that's definitely what's going on. So somebody may not want to hear that if this is the person that you're calling out or talking about. But what other energy should you be in here, Sagittarius? Let's see. Okay, you got Virgo energy. That's my sister, y'all. That's my sister. All right, but Virgo. So you may want to work with a Virgo, deal with a Virgo. Depend on what's going on. Virgo also rules like professionalism, working, ambition, things like that, staying consistent. All right, so we got Virgo, wow, I just said that. Golden opportunity and professionalism. All right, so whatever you're doing, remain consistent, remain professional here. Keep something, going. Okay, and you gotta do it solo. So you gotta do it solo, desire, and be different. All right, so I feel like you're whatever you're doing, you're able to speak up on something, but you are able to still a Virgo may give you that opportunity depending on what you guys do for work. Thank you for the gift. So a Virgo may give you the opportunity to speak up on something at work in the workplace, depending on what you guys do. But the energy that you want to be in, literally make something look professional, dress professionally wherever you're going. Um, like for me, that's why even when I get on here, I'm dressed up every day. I don't care what's going on. I'm going to put on like an outfit or whatever. Now, of course, this is not professional. Don't dress like this going to work. Y'all know better than that. But I'm just giving you I'm just giving you an example. But yeah, so you'll get an opportunity from a Virgo. It depends on professionalism. I'm also getting to the opportunity comes from being different. All right, I see that there. That's where the opportunity is going to come from. All right, but let's see. Let's get 8 cards. I'm also getting two. Still speak up on what you need to say, but of course say it in a professional manner. All right, so, all right. Oh, I'm glad these cards look different because that's okay. So let's get 8 cards here for my Sagittarius. Let's see, 8 cards for the Sagittarius. Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles. So we're talking, it looks like we're talking about groups of people or professionalism here anyway. All right, the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the Empress, the 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Justice, and then the 4 of Swords. Okay, so I feel like that could be the energy of trying to be professional and ignoring something or not saying something, in the Justice and the 4 of Swords. We'll see what the worry is about here. Where is your energy and speak up? Because you're already doing the talking. Okay, so, oh, and the 8 of Swords. Okay, what are you speaking up about? You feel like you have no choice but to speak up is what I'm getting. Okay, you may be talking about how somebody is not helping another group of people. You might feel like you're witnessing like an injustice and like, oh, these people are not receiving something. Because I feel like that's what we're speaking up on. Okay, that's interesting. So let's see, because that ignoring perspective came out. So you don't want to ignore how something looks. But what energy should you be in here with the Virgo golden opportunity and professionalism? Okay, you got Knight of Pentacles. That's about continuing on a path here. All right, so I feel like something will be slow and steady. It may take a while to build up. But that is an energy word to continue here. All right. Okay, no, you're right. Okay, wait, you're right. You're right. Continue on what you're on the path that you're going down. Because it's like that's where where does that perspective come from? There's that Leo energy. All right, so I feel like that perspective comes from somebody else that may want to work with you. I think you need to keep speaking out on something. Like you're actually showing something, or you're actually, because I feel like to you, you feel like you have no choice but to share this. You have no choice but to show this off. So I feel like this opportunity comes from you remaining on that professional path. All right, let's see what the result of you doing the Knight of Pentacles is here. Yeah, Judgment. Yep. So I feel like you are saying you're able to say it. I feel like too you're able to say something to a group of people. People like what you're saying, even if it comes out. That's interesting how that looks. So people are going to enjoy what you're saying, even if it looks, maybe you're worried about how blunt it is. I mean, people crave honesty sometimes, depending on where you are, what you do. Now also I'm getting with speak up. I will say another thing with speak up and professionalism. If you need to do anything where you are networking or anything like that, put yourself out there, network in person, things like that when you get the 10 of Cups. All right, so let's see. What were people worried about here with the whole, I guess, speaking up? Yeah, there's worried. Okay, Capricorn, bravery, and flaunt. I feel like you're afraid, but if you have Capricorn energy, you're not worried about it. Maybe you have a Mercury in Capricorn. That could be your speak up energy. Sag and Capricorn typically are close together. You may also have like a Capricorn moon. All right, so who's worried about this, or what energy, or I don't know if it's people or what, but who might be worried about this? Oh, it could be you if you're being different. All right. It could be you. So just keep that in mind. If you're like, man, I don't know if I should say that. It's like everybody else is kind of fitting in, blah, blah, blah. All right. Let's see what else. I mean, we have energy where it's, you know, if you weren't supposed to do it, I got plenty of cards in here that'll tell you. Let's see what the Libra energy is. What is the Libra energy here with the Justice? Okay, that's blocking. What is that blocking? Looking at something positively and fantasizing. Interesting. Okay, so that's blocking somebody from fantasizing or being... There's a couple of ways this can go too. If you're in the justice energy, right? If you're speaking up and you're being just or you're being fair in what you're talking about, two ways that this could go can stop somebody from being like in a fantasy or over like not being really grounded. But also you want to have a balance because you don't ever want it to be where you're not thinking for a bigger picture or thinking for a bigger goal. All right, you don't want it to be that case. So you want to have a good balance. All right. But there is a ground yourself card in here. So if something was too crazy, it would come out. But let's see what else. Thanks, James. All right. So what other energy should you be in? Let's see. All right. Yeah. Take action. All right. So that's interesting because Leo had that energy. So yeah, take action. You're good. What other actions do you need to be taking? You said they're saying that hair extensions have toxic chemicals in them. I'm sure they do. Everything toxic. All right, so the energy you should take is laughter. Again, people enjoy what you're saying. All right, or this can be communities of people. Okay, I'm also getting to this energy to me looks like creativity. All right. I'm also getting to there. I'm just the cards that's coming out next. There can be an arrogance of like, oh, I have time to do blah blah blah, so I'll wait. Do not do that. um, do not do that. Go ahead and use your times wisely. Like when I get to take action card, doesn't mean you have to impulsively go do something, but make sure that you're looking up whatever steps you want to take. Like for instance, I wanted to do my deck. So I looked up all the steps it took to make a deck. I looked up what do I need to add? I sat there, I wrote all the definitions. I thought about all the things that I do in my readings and what kind of answers I come up with and what kind of questions people do. I sat there and I contemplated about it and I did everything I need to do. I didn't just say like, oh no, I'm going to wait till later. There's a lot of instances too where there have been times where I wished I worked on a project earlier. People told me years ago to do a deck. I should have been at least a year ago, I would say, or 2 years ago. So I'm just saying, like, don't sit there and wait. Make sure that you take action, look into things. But taking action and laughter is definitely about being around groups of people here that will help you. I feel like too, maybe you want to say something that's controversial and you do something funny or it just depends on what's going on. People want to hear that. That is the role that Sagittarius plays, is honesty. All right, so every element or every sign plays a role in the zodiac. That's your role. That's what you're here to do. All right, so we're going to leave that there. That's Sagittarius. Sag and Virgo tends to come out a lot together anyway. But if you don't physically meet a Virgo is naturally in Sagittarius's midheaven. That is career, things like that. So that's like your 10th house. So that could be the energy there. All right. All right, y'all. That was Sagittarius. We're going to do Cancer next. That was Sagittarius, y'all. I did not do Aquarius and Capricorn yet. We did Leo, Sag, and now we're about to do Cancer and then Aquarius. And then we got Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn. If you guys are new here, we do it in order of whoever is first come, first serve. So I'm not ignoring anybody or we did not skip y'all if you're new. If you're watching this on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube timestamp. All right. Thank you, Lux. All right, so let's see here what we got. Make sure I got all my decks together. All right, make sure we get all the right cards. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, Cancers, let's see. What's the energy for my Cancers here? What is the scenario surrounding my Cancers? Shout out to the people on Twitch and Kick. My YouTube is also the same username, y'all. It's EeshUrHeartOut. All right, what's the center of the reading for my Cancers? Let's see. Okay, dogmatic. All right, so a mindset, a trap mindset. Okay. A trap mindset about what we did have. Sag had the Eight of Swords, and I feel like they're learning that they need to speak up. So if you're connected to their energy, but you didn't come out in that reading. So, all right, so dogmatic. What is the trap mindset about here? Interesting. Desires. Okay, now of course this could be about, you know, sex. Y'all are grown. There could be like a trap perspective about sexual energy, but I feel like there's like this thing where everybody thinks they desire the same thing, or everybody is supposed to desire the same type of lifestyle. Okay. Okay. I don't know if that's you. We're going to clarify it. You said what brought me back. Honestly, a lot of people asked me because they wanted me to do readings. And I like doing readings. So I and I had a lot of time on my hands. And yeah, I definitely missed doing the channel. I like doing the channel. The part of the thing, real quick, sorry y'all. Part of the reason I had left, and I did tell this story before, was when I was on TikTok, there's a lot of fake pages of me on TikTok. And somebody like conned this girl and was using my picture and my face, threatening to literally like unalive her with witchcraft. And I just, to me, like, that's not why I'm here. So it was it was a little overwhelming. It was a little annoying. Like, I can deal with trolls, but it's like, now I got to do fire control because this woman is probably like afraid. She knew it wasn't me. She reached out to me. But it's just like, to even have to do all that is like, it was just, it was unnecessary. But yeah, so that was part of the reason why I left. But I'm not going to leave again. So don't worry about it. This channel will be up indefinitely. So, all right, but we got dogmatic and desire. All right, so that's the center of Cancer's reading. What is your current energy, Cancer? Let's see. Let's see. What is your current energy? Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so you have a repetitive cycle as well, Cancers. Okay, so Leo also had that and did pull your energy. You may have a Leo placement. Okay, so what cycle might you be repeating? Of course, if we think that everybody desires the same things, but what cycle might you be repeating here? It's out of your hands. Maybe you think something is out of your control. So that, okay, that could be a perspective about what you do desire, what you want. You may keep thinking that something's out of your hands and you may have more control than you think. Okay, so what else do you think is out of your hands with what you desire here? Okay, a transformation. Yeah, so you want to change something. So, all right, what's the issue? Okay, you got conflict. What do you want to transform it into? This can be internal conflict or something like that too. Okay, relocate. And then laughter. Irony. Okay, so something's going to be ironic here. Okay, so this is the thing. If this is physically about moving or relocating, maybe you don't like your neighborhood or you don't like where you live or something like that, but there is a way for you to get out of that. Maybe, what are you conflicted about? Because sometimes conflict, I'm also getting two of these are people. Like maybe this is like family or friends or like people that you're around. You're like, oh, I have no choice but to deal with this or to deal with these people. I feel like there's definitely a way for you to transform or change something or move where you want to move, or this could be even changing jobs. So what is the conflict about really quick? You think this is out of your hands, but it's, oh, okay. So you're conflicted about having compassion for other people, possibly. You're conflicted about whether or not you should be nice to somebody else, but you really want to move on and do something different. Okay. What else can you do in this new cycle, Cancers? And then we'll get the tarot cards for you. Okay, you got professionalism. Maybe there's a different type of career field or job that you want to be in. You feel like that's out of your hands. I don't, it's not. Okay. So that's your trap mindset about what you desire. So I feel like with this combination of cards, with professionalism, something needs to look presentable. You also need to just be steady in what you're doing. All right. Like also if you're in, maybe there's an energy where I know I see conflict and compassion, so I feel like it has something to do with the people that you're around, but I feel like there is more of a, like, say somebody is studying something and you just feel like, oh my God, I can't learn this. I cannot figure this out. The key to it is remaining focused on it and remaining steady with it. All right, let's see. So something's not out of your hands. You just have to work for it. All right, some of you may have to relocate for it or look, like when I get relocate, right? Say there's a certain thing that you want to do. I would look in whatever cities that's most popular in, or like say there's a type of, even if there was like a side hustle or something like that. Maybe you don't believe that you can have your own business, or maybe you don't believe you can do a side hustle. I would research like what are the most popular products, or what are the most popular things, stuff like that, or what kind of what industry do people is lacking, like people in those roles or something like that. All right, so let's see. Let's get a card, y'all. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards for the Cancers. Okay, so you got the World, the 4 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Judgment, 7 of Wands. There's 8 of Pentacles. Literally, yeah, professionalism. Okay. Queen of Cups, and then there's the Page of Cups. So you're conflicted about compassion. I feel like if somebody has a child specifically, that could definitely be something that you're worried about. You're like, it's going to be hard for me to do this type of job with my child, or, but I feel like too, there's also an issue about you being conflicted about compassion at work. If you're trying to be compassionate to the people that you work with, coworkers and things like that, I would keep something as professional as possible. I feel like too, something's ironic about like, because compassion and laughter are 2 very different things. And it's not to mean that you cannot have fun with somebody that you are compassionate about. But when you're compassionate for somebody, you're worried about how they feel more. All right. I feel like too, you got the World card. So something's already complete and you're still in a repetitive cycle. What has already ended here with the World? Okay, you've got the Emperor. Maybe there could be something dealing with an Aries. Okay, so an Aries is worried about starting over. This could be within yourself. You're worried about starting over. But something's already done. It's already completed. All right, this could be like the type of job that you have, like like I'll tell you, my situation, y'all know I got laid off, or everybody don't know, but people that watch me, y'all know that I got laid off. So that was an end of a cycle for me. That has never happened to me. I never lost a job ever in my life. So I had to go and do different things, but it's not like something's not out of your control. You just have to be more steady. Um, Again, maybe you're with an Aries with the Emperor and you're just worried about having to start over. Maybe you don't want to physically move too. That could be a thing. Maybe you don't want to have to move locations. I feel like too, if there's something that, maybe there is a person that you wanted to actually leave behind with compassion here, if this is a relationship, just on, if this is a dating thing, you're like, oh, I don't want to leave or something like that. That's for people who actually want to leave. I'm not putting no ideas in your hands, okay, or your heads. No, I'm not telling anybody to break up with somebody, but if that's something that you want to do and move on and do differently, or like say your relationship is impeding on your career field, just continue to work on something. So what else might we be worried about here with the 9 of Swords? Okay, we've got restraint and golden opportunity. Yeah, I feel like you're worried. It's almost like you're in a position where you feel like you're going to miss an opportunity by actually taking something into your own hands. You're like, no, I don't want to miss something. I don't want to miss out on this. So what? Okay. I feel like too, it looks like your obstacle is the emotional attachment. I feel like that is your obstacle. I'm also getting, maybe if you work with a Leo and you have a repetitive cycle with them, they do not want to give you an opportunity because of an emotional attachment, or they want you to continue having compassion for them. You know what this looks like to me too, in a like in a work dynamic. Say you're a Cancer with like a Leo manager, you have compassion for like that Leo manager or something, and you're still on their team, you're not getting any promotions, you're not looking for any new jobs, things like that. What else might be an obstacle here? It looks like mainly emotions. Yeah, time. I don't waste too much time somewhere. You got time and authority and community. All right, so do not waste too much time somewhere. I feel like too, like I said, a manager has more control over the community than you do, or because this definitely looks like this is at work. So yeah, you are able to get what you desire. What other energy should you be in as far as what you need to do here, Cancers? You've got Justice, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, there's the irony. Okay. Page of Swords, and then there's the Ace of Wands. So with Justice energy, this can be a cause and effect, right? So you're thinking about what you need to do. There's the effect is you going somewhere else where you enjoy it. That's the effect of what's going on. You could like, because your worry is something being out of your hands. You could also feel like, oh my God, if I'm not loving, or if I'm not nice, I'm going to miss out on opportunities. That is a perspective. That's a dogmatic perspective. All right, so maybe you're in the mindset of like, okay, I have to be nice to people to get what I want. And not saying that you need to be mean. I'm not saying it like that, but you don't want to end up putting other people before your own goals, out of the mindset of like, ooh, that, I'll get good justice, or I'll get good karma. As somebody who worked very long hours in a corporate world, being nice to people is not going to get you good karma. It's not. I'm telling you right now. So, professionalism is very different than compassion. All right, so just, remain professional. Keep your goal in mind when it comes to your career. I feel like that's what you need to keep in mind here, Cancers. All right. All right, so that was Cancer. We got Aquarius next, y'all. Got Aquarius next. Trust me, I have a lot of stories from the corporate world that I can share with you. Listen, you have to play the corporate rule game, okay? You have to do it. They don't love you. They don't. They don't care. I don't care who it is. They don't care. All right, Aquarius. Not that, I'm not saying be a bitch or nothing. I ain't saying that crazy. But they don't care. I'm telling you right now. All right, Aquarius. Also, guys, if you didn't know, the Oracle deck came in. These are my decks. They are in my store, so check them out. Actually, I'm lying. I just got these today. These are not in the store yet. These are in the store. So I have to update my store. But if you do join as a member, you get both decks. I'll send them to you. I'm shipping out decks on Monday. So if you join as a member on YouTube, you say they don't care at all. They don't. You gotta emotionally detach. Doesn't mean you can't work in corporate, but the best thing you can do is emotionally detach. I did not do Gemini yet. Gemini is kind of down on the list. It's gonna be number 10, and we're on number 4. All right, my YouTube is the same username, TikTok. All right, so let's see. What's the center of the reading for the Aquarius is? What's going on, Aquarius? Ooh, okay, arrogant. All right, now, let's see. All right, so somebody's looking down on somebody. Okay, so somebody's being arrogant. In this scenario, the way I read that card is literally just thinking that you are better than somebody, because we have other cards in here that are like, flaunt is more so like confidence and being proud. So in this case, we do feel like we are above somebody in this situation. So who in this scenario might be being arrogant in this reading? Desire. Could be somebody that is attracted, okay, desire and bright side, dogmatic and authority. Okay, so I feel like somebody believes that something is always going to go well. They don't prepare for anything or they don't look into anything. Ooh. All right, who do they feel like they are above here with arrogance? Huh? Somebody feels like they are above somebody who is receiving money for being different. Okay. All right, so now that did come out. Who has status quo? That's Sagittarius. So, okay. Yeah, somebody is worried and encouraging somebody to fit in. So somebody feels like they are above somebody who's receiving money, but they're receiving money in a different manner. So that could be a lot of things. Like, people look down on like strippers, they look down on, but they be getting money. I mean, what else? I mean, it's all kinds of jobs that somebody could be looking down on somebody for getting money for. Okay. All right. What role do you play here, Aquarius? So somebody's looking at somebody odd or looking down on somebody's job or whatever, their career. What role do you play here? Okay, so you're self-assured. All right, so you're confident. You don't need any external validation. All right, what energy should you be in here, Aquarius is? Now, okay, honesty. All right, so be honest about something. You could be the be different card if you're receiving something for being different, because Aquariuses do rule our unique identities. All right, they are ruled by both Saturn and Uranus. Okay, so what do you need to be honest about here, Aquarius? Okay, relocate, and then we've got Virgo. Okay, so going to see a Virgo possibly. All right, so there's something you need to be honest about relocation here. Maybe you want to relocate, maybe you want to transform or change something. So what's the current state? Okay, there's a blockage. Okay, and then where we relocate. So you need to be honest about what. Okay, contemplate. You need to be honest about what was blocking you before. All right. What could currently be a blockage here? I feel like too, just be honest about, like, maybe you tried to do something that did not work out. It was rejected and you had to go somewhere else and figure out another plan. So maybe you have to give somebody that advice. You might have to give that advice to a Virgo or something like that. But I feel like you got to tell somebody that story. Like, yeah, boom, this didn't work out for me. So I had to go out, I had to do this in a different way, or I had to go rethink some things. All right. Maybe somebody had to go back to school or something like that, or get more research. You had to contemplate on something. So yeah, maybe you have to tell somebody that. Maybe you have to let somebody know that, like, something didn't always go as planned. All right. Let's get 8 cards. Let's see. All right, so we're finding out more information here. Okay, a Leo could have something to do with this. I'm seeing Leo and a Sagittarius. We're going to find out information about a Leo giving something to a Sagittarius. That's funny. All right, but anywho, all right, the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, just a lot of fire energy. There's the Queen of Swords, so that could be you. There's a Star. It looks like you may have cut something off here. Okay. You're going to find out information about a Leo giving money to a Sagittarius, or a Leo giving something to a Sagittarius. You might need to watch the Leo reading because they have the energy of a repetitive cycle. All right, what else do you need to be honest about here? All right, you got the Hangman, yeah, the 7 of Swords, the King of Swords, and then the 10 of Wands. I feel like there's an energy of wanting something maybe even to be difficult as well. Let's see, what are we finding out with the 3 of Pentacles? You're getting more information. Okay, perspective of a Cancer. That Cancer had a repetitive cycle too. How do we view a Cancer here in this scenario? Yeah, repetitive cycles. So there's a scenario. I feel like you don't want a Cancer to repeat what a Leo did, or you don't want a Cancer to go through what a Leo went through. That Cancers, you're like, no, I don't want that. Because remember in the Cancer reading, their issue was like love, following love, being compassionate for people. You're like, no, I don't want you to repeat that same thing. I don't want you to do that. Or you don't want somebody to go through the same thing as maybe as you did. Okay. All right, what is the Queen of Pentacles and the Luck card? Let's see. A brunette. I'm black. That's a brunette is energy for like a but anywho, all right, so emotional attachment. Yeah, money outflow. So somebody is okay, so somebody did give money to somebody. Well, yeah, a Leo gave money to a Gemini. I said that. Leo, that's tied into this. All right. Oh. Okay, somebody first of all made an emotional decision. These cards might be a little too honest for the but all right, but somebody made an emotional decision or had an emotional attachment and gave money to somebody. This is tied to the Leo energy. They gave it to a Gemini or something like that. They did that because they're trying to hold back from you, Aquarius. Let's see what else. What are you doing in the star card? Okay, so you're restrained. What are you trying to hold back from? I feel like you, but your reason, the thing you need to be honest about is what did not work. So maybe you made this mistake before. All right, what are you restraining yourself from? Okay, you feel like something needs to be grounded. All right, you're like, no, something needs to be more realistic. I feel like there's a thing where there's a need to be more realistic about how something did not work before. Because what was blocked out before? Because it's almost like, you know how people are in a scenario where they want to give advice, but they're not admitting what they went through, or they're not admitting that something didn't work for them, but they're ready to give that sort of advice to another individual. I feel like if you are in a position where you want to advise somebody, you're going to have to tell the backstory. You're going to have to actually say what else actually happened too. But what else got blocked out here? So I feel like something was blocked and we have to go somewhere else. You were in a position where you triggered. Yes, you were in a scenario where you were triggered, where you triggered somebody or something that you're flaunting. You may be the person that's in the arrogant energy. I'm not going to lie. Just because all these cards are kind of, you got arrogancy coming out, self-assured, and flaunt. I feel like you have to talk about that. I feel like you have to talk about a scenario where you weren't able to be yourself either. What else was blocked out here? So maybe you're giving somebody this advice. You did pull Virgo, Gemini, and Cancer. That could be who you are advising. All right, but what else were you blocked out from? Yeah, it's like it's like you're partnered up with somebody, you're doing well, and somebody else is not. All right, so the person that you're partnered up with, you're looking up to, or they're looking up to you, or something like that, or something may be successful for you. I feel like you have to talk about this. That's why something may not have worked out. What else needed to be contemplated, or what do we have to rethink or do here? Okay, so now we're talking about, okay, this is also, like I said, there's an element of emotional attachment with spending money. So now what somebody is learning is how to save money and getting more information first. All right, so somebody's like, wait, so if there's like a scenario where there's somebody approaching somebody or asking about like a new situation or a new goal, somebody's like, okay, wait, let me save my money first and then I'll look into more information. I feel like that's what's going on here. So I feel like this is the story that you're going to have to tell somebody when giving that advice. All right, what else is the outcome for my Aquariuses? We got Taurus next up. Thank you, Jeff, bro. Hi, Jonas. What's the outcome for Aquarius? Okay, we've got rules. All right. Okay. We'll see what that is. All right, Taurus. Taurus is next, y'all. Kick and Twitch. Y'all always ask for an outfit check. That's the difference in ages. I can tell it'd be younger people on Twitch and Kick talking about some fit check. Sorry, guys. I can't do a fit check right now. It's just a dress that I never wore because I don't like the... I like the top and I don't like the bottom, so... Oh, we gotta do the TikTok puzzle. All right, Taurus is up next. Taurus energy did come out in the Leo reading, just in case you're dealing with a Leo. Hey, y'all. Make sure also TikToker, just a reminder, we're up on YouTube. It's the same username. All right, what does the center of the reading for my Tauruses? Oh, okay, arrogant. Uh-oh. So same energy with the Aquarius. All right, let's see. All right, go. So arrogance. All right, so in your reading, who's being arrogant in this reading? We're going to do Gemini in a little bit. We're on number 5, and Gemini is number 10, Jonas. All right, so who's being arrogant in your reading, Taurus? Okay, disrespect. Somebody that doesn't want to follow a rule. Like, they're like, I don't care. I'm not doing that. Okay, what? All right, in your reading, what is the rule? Or they could be going against you, Taurus. You guys rule rules and regulations. Okay, perspective. Somebody is supposed to have an open mind. They're like, no, I'm not going to view it that way. I'm not doing that. This is how I view it. Or somebody just feels like I don't have to listen to that person. Now, this could be an energy of like, if you look down on somebody for whatever reason, you don't trust how they view something. You don't trust their perspective on a scenario. You don't care. All right. Or I don't know if it's you. I feel like this is just somebody else. Sag was done at 21 minutes. I didn't do Capricorn yet. All right. So what role do you play here, Tauruses? Nitty nutty. YouTube pays me, thankfully, and I'm very appreciative. So I'm blessed that I don't have to beg. I can provide a service that people want to patronize. All right, so what role do you play here, Taurus? What's your current energy? Okay, you're being yourself. You came out as yourself. All right, so there you go. You came out as yourself. Okay, you got Taurus, lust, money inflow, and focus. All right, so I feel like, first of all, you're focused on your career. All right, you look very attractive. If you're wondering, you could be getting paid because you're attractive, things like that. Your attractiveness helps you. But yeah, you're deciding to focus on whatever you're doing. I feel like too, maybe somebody doesn't want to view it that way. Maybe, I mean, you're getting paid, I feel like, because you are attractive. I feel like that's a part of it. What other energy should you be in here? But you're also hardworking, so I'm not going to, let's put that in there too. So that could be the perspective that somebody doesn't want to view. Yes, you're getting money because you're attractive or you're doing something that people desire. Even if it's not about you being attractive, it is something that people desire and want. But you are focused. You are, focused on what you're building. All right. It could also be like maybe you're dating somebody. That person works and they pay you. They take care of you. I know a Taurus who got a situation like that. All right, what other energy should you be in, Tauruses? Let's see. Let's see. What other energy should you be in, Tauruses? All right, solution. Okay, so you're going to have a solution for something. What is the issue here? Okay, bravery. All right, that's interesting. What do we want to turn this into, or what is it going to solve? And then we'll see what the solution is. Okay, community. All right, and what? Okay, so what else is a solution here? I feel like somebody needs to fit in a little bit. The solution is Sagittarius. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't even do this on purpose, but that's me. And she has a short haircut. But I feel like the solution here could be a Sagittarius. It depends what's going on. Or the solution for a Sagittarius can be about being in a community of people, or surrounding themselves with people. But if there's a person that you're wondering about, a Sagittarius may come in and solve something. All right, I feel like maybe they're brave enough to talk to people, be around other people. But yeah, all right. So let's get 8 cards. Is this one of the? Oh, yep. I saw that from a mile away. Okay. All right. So let's see. What you said? This person pays taxes to the USA government. Do not support terrorists and pedophiles. You have to pay taxes or else you'll go to jail. So I don't know what country you're from. What country are you from, bro? Because you're really upset. We'll let you stay for a little while, then I'll hide you in a second. But you might drive some people to come from your country or something. So, and we're gonna clip you because that's crazy. We're definitely putting you in a clip. All right, so let's get 8 cards. I feel like the solution is a Sagittarius. They may bring something out to the people. They did have speak up, so that may be why they are the solution. Also, again, like I said, a Sag may need to fit in, not fit in or change themselves, but they may be able to use like connections and be around people and things like that. Use a better network. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's not going to happen, Nitty Nutty. It's not going to happen. You got to let it go. All right, so the 6 of Cups, the Hermit, the Hierophant. Okay, there you go, the 2 of Swords. You could be literally here with a Taurus. I'm sorry, with a Virgo. All right, you're here with a Virgo, possibly. King of Cups, Page of Cups. There's a Sun card and the 7 of Swords. I feel like literally you are finding a shortcut. The shortcut is that you are attractive. All right, that I feel like that is your shortcut. I feel like too, you are able to find some information to stop something bad from happening with the 7 of Swords. You're able to stop like some sort of sneaky perspective or sneaky person. Okay, so we're gonna also clarify. I see the 6 of Cups and the Hermit. With bravery, somebody may feel like, okay, I can do something all on my own. The Hermit is like isolation, but it can be a Virgo. All right. I forget who I mentioned had an opportunity with a Virgo. I forget what sign came out as that. All right, you may have Virgo placements as well. All right, but yeah, I feel like too, you're genuinely trying to be nice by saying this. You're letting somebody know, yeah, that is the strategy. Make sure that something is attractive. Make sure you're looking attractive, things like that. But I mean, that could be it. I feel like too, there is something with you and a Leo. You did come out in the Leo reading. So you may want to watch that, but I feel like their energy was more centered around you here. Let's see what else. We're going to figure out why something also is not working with the 7 of Swords. What is the intended outcome with the 7 of Swords? Yeah, okay, perspective, the Hangman. All right, could be dealing with a Pisces. What actually is occurring here? Because something's not working. All right, the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Wands. Yeah, arrogant. Okay, yeah. If you're trying to get, I don't know if you're trying to get somebody to view something a certain way, but they're like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to do that. Okay, somebody believes that they can still approach somebody and get a partnership. Somebody also believes that they are able to get somebody's attention. This person is not paying attention to them though. And I'm not sure what that has to do. Who is this person in this reading? We're going to clarify that. So the 5 of Wands, okay, this person is competing with another individual. Somebody could be argumentative. All right, somebody's very conflicted, but they feel like, okay, I'm arrogant enough, or I'm good enough, or I'm successful enough that I can approach this person. This is another thing too. This is probably how you're getting the money. Like somebody just, if there's any women, you're especially if you're an attractive woman, you take good care of yourself. That is how you get attention. But this person is arrogant though. They don't want to realize. I feel like the person that's giving you money or supporting you, they don't even realize that that's what's going on. But we'll see. Yeah, you're not paying attention to somebody. I'm gonna show y'all this. This deck, the way I designed this deck, y'all, it came out so clear. That shit crazy. But anyway, I'm actually surprised. But yeah. So somebody's like, no, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and do this anyway. I'm going to approach this person anyway. This individual is not paying attention. I feel like, too, there's an energy where somebody goes into something and they make a decision within themselves and they don't have all the information yet. That's what's going on. If you're attempting to get somebody to see something in a different light, that may not work. All right, if you're trying to no, slow down, pay attention, that may not work. You need more information. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. All right, so let's see what the solution is. We got Sag up here. So what's the issue, quote unquote, I guess, with bravery? Maybe somebody wants to go at something alone and they do need a community here. But let's see. Okay, we got the Eight of Swords. That could have been Sag. They came out that way. What's the solution though here? They were also speak up, so it just depends. So the solution in this case is the Queen of Cups would be the Sagittarius. So the Sag would have to be generous or nice in this scenario. All right, we're going to clarify what else. All right, who would they be helping here? And everyone to see what else it is, but be in the group, The Page of Pentacles. It could be somebody younger than them. All right, and then what will be the outcome with community? Looks like they'll have support, a better support system here. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. There's Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles. So Sag did come out and speak up. They were speaking. So I feel like they're going to get an opportunity to teach or an opportunity to share some information. Depends on whatever they're doing. That's interesting. So I feel like the issue is not, so the issue, I guess, is maybe other people are not brave enough to teach, speak, show information. Because it has a lot to do with it doesn't even have to do with you talking about something crazy or you don't have to be talking about nothing insane, but a lot of people don't like public speaking. A lot of people don't like to be in front of a crowd. So maybe the Sag is a person that can do that. They're okay with doing that. All right, Sagittarius rules teaching in the zodiac. All right. Also, what's interesting too, and I'm just giving a lot of examples here. I always see a lot of people comment about how they would want to do content creation or something like that, but they're afraid of people seeing them, or they're afraid of they're afraid of trolls, things like that. I don't care about Nitty Nutty. He can type forever. He's just going to type all day. He's going to be upset and angry. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not afraid of that. So it's things like that. I can talk in front of a group. I don't care if my family or people that used to know me see me posting. Things like that. So I feel like that's the solution. But also, like I said, in this scenario, this person will be able to bring people together. This reading is interesting because it's more so about... I feel like you could be watching somebody try to do something alone. You're watching that. All right, but yeah, you already got, you received your money or whatever. You already got your money, or you received something for being attractive. That is pretty much it. Or you have something that is attractive. You have an attractive product or an attractive service. All right, what other energy should my Tauruses be in? Let's see. What other energy should Taurus be in? Okay, you need to block something out. All right, so what do you need to block out here, Taurus? Because something is working for you, so there's no issue. Okay, rules, yeah. All right, so what, okay, there's Leo. There may be rules. That's what I'm saying. You definitely came out with a Leo here. There's rules and regulations surrounding a Leo. They came out as a repetitive cycle, and they came out in an energy where they were in a restraint and they're not taking any action. All right, so I feel, yeah, what is the rule that somebody is trying to put on you. So this means in this case that this rule is not real. Interesting. Somebody's saying relocate or change what you're doing. Don't change up what you're doing. You're making money for it. You're getting support. Somebody's either trying to tell you to stop doing that, move on, or they're literally telling you to move. All right. Taurus is ruled by Venus anyway. Taurus, Venus rules money and women. All right, we gotta get rid of you, nitty nutty, so that you don't disturb all the other people. I don't really care, but I don't want anybody else to get annoyed by you. All right, so Virgo is next. Let's see, Virgo is next. Let's see. People was also talking about, oh, I think that's a bots and blah, blah, blah. Those don't be bots, y'all. Those do not be bots. When you see these crazy people on the internet, these are real people. All right. I'm telling you. It's shocking to you because you didn't hear it in real life. People are afraid to say things in real life, but these are real people. That's, it don't be no bots. It would be crazy. Shout out to Chicago. We got a lot of people in here. What other where y'all from? What other cities and stuff? It'd be a lot of people. I saw Chicago, New Orleans, India. You also don't have to put where you're from. You know, like I just said, the people on the internet is crazy. So, all right, shout out to Texas, New York, okay, Florida. All right, you River Bandit, you can't put F and L. I can't see. I can't see that. You gotta put in capitals or something. No, I'm just playing. All right, Texas, North Carolina. Okay, cool. We got a lot of people here. All right, y'all. Ohio. All right, Virgos. Let's see what's out in the Virgo world. You came out in somebody's reading. I forget who, but you came out somewhere. All right, so Virgos. Let's see. So what is the center of the reading for the Virgos? What's going on here? Northern Ireland. Okay, I went to Ireland when I was 17. I liked it. Ireland was cool. Australia. Oh, snap. Okay, Virginia. Oh, they came out in Sagittarius reading. Oh, yes, that's right. Yep. Manitoba. Where that at? I probably should know, but I don't. All right, what's the center of the reading for the Virgos? Let's see. Okay, disrespect. Okay. So breaking rules. Now, Taurus's reading, we talked about them not following a rule or following a regulation. The Hermit did come out in the Taurus reading, but this is about disrespect, breaking rules, things like that. All right, so what do we not have respect for? What are we going against here? I don't know if it's you. I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, Canada. Okay, Canada. Interesting, helpful. So either the rule is to assist somebody, or if somebody's trying to give advice, you're like, no, I don't want to take that advice. But either the rule is to like help other people or assist somebody else. Okay. All right, Virgos. Oh, y'all, I'm a little Thanks for sharing as well. All right, so what role do you play here, Virgos? Okay, it's out of your hands. So you feel like, okay, so the rule is to help somebody. You feel like you can't help. Interesting. You're just like, I don't got nothing to do with it. You're like, I feel like too, you're going to allow whatever to happen to happen. Okay, so what do you feel like is out of your hands right now, Virgos? Or you're just going to let something be. You're not going to try to control it. You're going to let whatever happens, happens. But what do you feel like is out of your hands here? Okay, something dealing with an Aries. All right, so something dealing with an Aries is out of your hands, or somebody's going to do what they want. This is my dad, y'all. I put my family in the deck. All right. So it's something you feel like it's out of your hands. You're just going to let somebody do what they want to do. If it's not an Aries, this rules the self. So you're just like, that is that person's responsibility, or that's just how they are. That's them. That's what they do. That's them. All right. Okay. What other energy should you be in here, Virgos? I didn't do Gemini yet. Gemini is going to be number 10. Thank you, Empress. All right, so let's see. What other energy should you be in here, Virgos? Detached. Okay. All right. So the Virgo is like, I'm not helping. If you're watching this reading, if you watching this read, you cross watching for a Virgo, they not going to help your ass, okay? They said no. They're not helping. All right, but the energy they should be is detached. All right, I do feel like that makes sense because there's nothing, I feel like there's nothing you can do here. But what else do you need to be detached from? Now, this doesn't mean that you're not helping the Aries. The Aries may do something and somebody wants help from them or something like that. But what else are you going to be detached from here? Okay, you got, yeah, I feel like you're going to ignore something. Somebody's like, no, like, help me, blah, blah, blah. All right, but yeah, your energy is to be detached. All right. Here we go. Let's see, y'all. Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, miss. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Y'all so nice. I appreciate the nice people. The nice people are so great. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is an Aries. It ain't nothing against. All right. So it ain't either this is an Aries or somebody is very sure in their ways or stuck in their ways, or this is how somebody is who they are. Ain't nothing you can do about it. All right. So you got the Emperor, the 7 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Swords. Somebody did have a certain plan here, but I feel like it may not have worked. All right. 10 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and then the 5 of Swords. Wow. Okay. So literally, I mean, the only major arcana here is the Emperor. It is Aries. So I feel like that Aries literally is going to do whatever they want. They are the major arcana. They are the reason that something is occurring. I don't know. I don't think that let's see what the Aries is doing here in this reading. Let's see. Okay, flaunt. So it's not arrogance. They're proud of something that they're doing. So it's not coming out as arrogance. They're confident. Yeah, what are they proud of? What are they able to do here? So I don't think it's an issue. They're glad. Oh, so they're glad they took action. Interesting. So they avoided something here. Is what I'm getting. They avoided something or they took quick action. Aries does typically is ruled by Mars, so this could be something impulsive that they did. Okay, what did they do here? They kind of avoided something. Okay, they knew that something was not correct. They knew that they didn't have all the information. This can have something to do with this has something to do with a Taurus. They may have given money to a Taurus or they try to get more information on something. So let's see what the 7 of Swords is here. Yeah, this could be the Taurus right here. So they made sure that somebody... This is so funny, y'all. All right, they made sure somebody did not get money for something. All right, let's see. What's the 7 of Swords? What was the intended outcome here? Okay, the 10 of Cups. Maybe somebody also wanted to be included in the family. I feel like, too, there's supposed to be a group of people that is supposed to convince somebody to invest in something. Or there's a group of people that's supposed to convince an individual. Now, because the Aries took action, I know that this is a woman here. But we're going to say that in this case, I feel like this could be the Aries. It could be an Aries woman, but somebody was very sure. They looked into something. They're like, no. I feel like the family is supposed to convince somebody of something, or an entire group is supposed to convince this individual to do something. Yeah, the Fool card before they get enough information. All right, yeah. What are you going to do and detach here, Virgo? Let's see. Shout out to Kentucky. Let's see. What do you... Oh. Yeah, the 3 of Swords. Let me get one more. And then this reading is pretty straightforward. A new perspective on intuition, a high priestess and the temperance. Yeah, the Tower. All right, so let's see. A new perspective on intuitions. I feel like somebody knew beforehand. This Aries knew beforehand. Let's see what the Tower is. What was expected here? Like an expected outcome. Thank you for letting them know. I appreciate that. Yeah, encouragement. Exactly. Somebody was trying to get somebody to do something. It didn't occur. All right, what else was the outcome? We know that somebody's like, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, interesting. Community. You know what? Oh. So instead of a group of people convincing somebody of something, I feel like this person has community around them. Somebody has people around them, and that's why they didn't get tricked or something like that. That's why, okay, so that's why Sagittarius was the solution in the Taurus reading. So the Sag may have pointed out something to a group or pointed out to the family or something like that. That's interesting. All right, that's your reading, Virgo. I don't know where you are. You don't really have to. I feel like for some reason your reading has nothing to do with you. It's out of your hands. So maybe you're one of the people. You could be one of the people in the community. Where are you at here, Virgos? Sorry, I mean, I know you probably wanted more readings for you, like specifically for you. Yeah, you're just the Seven of Cups. You got the Strength and the Five of Pentacles. So maybe you're like, you know what, too? There's something here where you're going to realize that's why isolation is dangerous. Something worked out because somebody had a group of people. Like, you know, this is a good metaphor for this. I know this may not be the scenario, but you know when like you have like an older person and they're like in an old person's home or something like that. The people, or like say somebody in a hospital and they don't have a lot of visitors. You can do whatever to somebody when they don't got no visitors. If ain't nobody looking, or like say somebody's getting like abused or something and they're isolated from their family and their friends, you can do whatever. But if somebody has like people around them, so I don't know. I feel like you're just observing this. It ain't nothing. You're just looking from the outside looking in. So if you wanted a reading for yourself, so the energy that's coming up right now is out of your hands. It ain't nothing you can do. It's nothing that you need to do. It's nothing you need to do. I feel like it's okay, or somebody's protected. All right, let's see. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate that. All right, that's y'all reading today. Well, I should have looked at the transits. Let me see real quick. I had them up. Let me see. I wonder why y'all reading was about somebody completely different. That's interesting. The South Node is in Virgo, and it just entered being in Virgo. It's in retrograde. So that might be why. You got Neptune in Aries and Saturn in Aries as well. Okay. Interesting. I say interesting after every reading, by the way. So thank you, Rich. I appreciate y'all. All right, Libra. Libra's up next. Let's see what's going on for the Libras. Shout out to my Twitch and Kick people, too. I know it's not a lot of y'all on there. I normally pay attention to my YouTubers and my TikTokers, but hi to all three of you. You are welcomed as well. Make sure y'all get your decks, guys. They're very clear. We did not do Pisces yet. We got Libra, Scorpio, and then Pisces. All right, I love how these cards are coming out. They're very super, super duper clear. All right, Libras, let's see. All right, so what is the center of the reading for the Libras? I did Taurus at 61 minutes. It's up on my YouTube. It's the same username. All right, what's the center of the reading for my Libras? What's going on for the Libras here? Okay, rules. All right, rules, regulation. You know Libra is a justice system. All right, so this could, I don't know if this is something actually legal. It's looking a little legal. All right, but rules. That is the center of your reading here. So what are the rules here? Let's see. What are the rules? Envy? Okay, so we're saying, literally, we're talking about, okay, no, somebody is envious. Like something is set in stone as like somebody is envious, or that is what something is titled as, right? Or like that is what something is labeled to be envy. Okay. Envious of what? Let's see. So something is labeled to be envy. Envious of what or who, or of doing something solo. Where somebody's like, yeah, somebody is envious because you're able to do something alone. All right. Or because you are doing something alone or deciding to do something alone. Okay, what role do you play here, Libra? Somebody could be mad that somebody's doing it alone. Okay, so you're taking action. All right. So maybe you're like, yeah, somebody's envious of me taking action, doing something solo, doing something by myself. Okay, what other actions are you taking here? Let's see, and then we'll see what else you need to do. Okay, so there is, whatever you're doing, there are obstacles, all right? Whatever you're trying to do or accomplish, there are some obstacles ahead. That does not mean that you cannot do something. Maybe you're taking action to figure out, okay, what do I need to fix? You know, what do I need to look into? What is the other information and things like that? Okay, what might be an obstacle in what you're trying to do? Interesting. Desire. Okay, so I would think about, first of all, think about the desired outcome that you're trying to get. So maybe you're trying to get a certain outcome, but you're doing it, you're going about it the wrong way. Or this could also be like an impulsive action. All right, so try not to do something impulsively and go get more information. Okay. There's obstacles in what you desire. Okay, what's your desired outcome, Libras? And then we'll see what you need to do that. What is your desired outcome here? Okay, you may want to do something with a Pisces. If we're talking about people, literally you could be attracted to a Pisces. All right, you may also have a Pisces placement. Now also the desire surrounding Pisces energy. Pisces energy can be an illusion sometimes, or things that we're fantasizing about. So if you have a desired fantasy, make sure that you're looking at it in the most realistic standpoint. But I feel like literally, if this is a person, you want to be around a Pisces. All right. Okay. So what energy should you be in here? Interesting. Taurus. Okay. So first of all, if these are actually people, right? I don't know if you're trying to get some money or something. Taurus was receiving the money. So it just depends on what's going on. Like if these are people to work with, I would work better with a Taurus, or like if you're at work and you have the ability to choose the teams, or something like that, or you need to partner up with somebody, the best person for you to partner up with is a Taurus. I'm also getting too, if these are energies, right? We're talking about like the astrology wheel, and you're going from start to finish. Pisces is the last sign. So that is the outcome that we typically aim for. But Taurus is where we are right now. So those are the actual resources, the actual money that we have. How much time do we have? Literally, if we're talking about rules and regulations, what are the rules and regulations? That is Taurus energy. Okay, so let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Maybe you want, oh, it's the wrong deck. Maybe you want a Pisces to do something for you. I feel like a Taurus is a better person to do this. Also just the elements, right? If there's something elemental with like water, it's better for you to do something earthy. If there's a situation with health, by the way, the best course of action is to do something yourself, like holistically, like with something natural, a natural herb, drinking teas, things like that. And I'm not a doctor, so that you take that with a grain of salt. I'm not I'm not telling anybody to go do anything crazy. Not you had to get cigars. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's get 8 cards. Thank you, Milton. I appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, so we got the Star, the 6 of Wands, the Judgment, the King of Cups, 5 of Wands, Ace of Cups. All right, the Temperance, And then another, the Wheel of Fortune, another Sag energy again. Okay, so when I'm looking at this, right, an Aquarius did something successful. Okay, they successfully completed something. We're looking into more information. When we get more information, I feel like that is going to give a Sagittarius a new feeling of wanting to plan ahead, or they're planning ahead of schedule. This can be two Sagittariuses next to each other. But a Sag is doing something where they can plan ahead of schedule. Aquarius does rule like outwardly perspective. So they tend to look at the outcome of things. What else happened that was successful for the Aquarius here? And these are people, again, like I said, okay, I see where this is going too. If you desire a certain outcome, the thing that you need to do is focus on something right now, getting the information right now. Okay, let's see what else. What's the star card? Oh, envy. The Five of Swords is there. And that's typically looked at as envy. But I feel like they broke some sort of rule or regulation here. What was the successful outcome for an Aquarius? These are people that you're watching. They were able to create what? Also, the Aquarius reading was about them having a blockage and they were able to fix it again. This is what Aquarius did. They had a blockage, they were able to redo it. All right, so what were they able to create for themselves? They just had to go redo it and fix it. Yeah, they just didn't have the information first. So somebody didn't have the information. They had to go research something and they were able to come back. It just depends on what somebody does for a living. All right. And then, so what is the Temperance doing? Okay, the Emperor. All right, these are, okay, they're getting tied together. Okay, the Emperor has a new perspective on a Virgo. Oh, that reading I just gave, if there's an Aries and a Virgo watching, the Virgo knew that something was out of their hands. They didn't have to worry about that. They took action, or because the Aries was able to take action. So these are all tied together. It's interesting. Where are you at in this reading, Libra? It's almost like everybody's kind of watching from outside, looking in. Okay. Because that's how Virgo's reading was about somebody else. It's about an Aries. Okay, so where are you at, Libra, in this reading? Okay, you're the Six of Swords, so you are leading people. You're initiating something, all right, like we said, but there are going to be obstacles in whatever path you're leading on, so we're going to clarify. All right, so, and let's clarify that. What is your desired outcome with Pisces energy? Yeah, something, okay, whatever. Yeah, this is not, okay, because now we're back at the High Priestess. So now we're just more confident about what I already read or told you. So, all right. I don't know why other people, it's like everybody else is coming out in your reading. Let's use the Oracle deck and see here. So, what else would Taurus energy bring for you right now, Libras? Oh, community. So in the Taurus reading, the solution to community was a Sagittarius. That's why the Temperance is coming out here. So something that you desire requires more people. All right, so you just need more support or more people here. You're leading people, so maybe you need to be more inclusive with the people that you're trying to lead. What else are you doing in the Six of Swords really quick? What are you trying to, I guess, get people to do or listen to? Okay, yeah, fantasize. I'm a beast with it. Yeah, Pisces is an illusion. It's something you're fantasizing about. All right. Or you're leading people to fantasize, and you have money outflow and an authority. So you want people to give something about like giving money to people. You know what else? This could be also a belief system about how people talk about, okay, when you use money or you send money out, it automatically comes back. Anybody that's had money knows that that's not realistic. That's not absolutely realistic. You still need to be, sure about what you're doing. Not to say that there's no truth to that. I don't have all the rules and regulations to money. I'm not going to, sit up here and act like that. But I feel like that's what you're leading people to do. They end up, yeah, they're like giving you money because you're in this position. Okay, but you need community. You need to work with people. What else would benefit you about having a community of people here? Okay, okay. So something is unpromising because there's manipulation. Somebody intuitively knows to look deeper into something. Something's like that doesn't seem right. This looks like a pyramid scheme or something, or you definitely need to look into something, Libra. Look into something closer. What else do you need to observe about what you're trying to do? You need to look closer. It's not okay. You got transformation. There you go, Libra. Okay, unexpected. So the outcome that you're getting is this is unexpected for you. Okay. You're kind of shocked about this because what are you normally able to do here, Libras? It's almost like something doesn't seem right. So we know that we need to look closer. But this is me too, y'all. Put myself in the deck a couple times. That joke came out pretty tight. All right, but anywho. All right, so what do you normally get here, Libras? It's like this is not a normal outcome for you. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. So like I said, the whole money flow thing. If somebody's telling you to like put money into something, I would not do that right now. I wouldn't invest in somebody else, or I wouldn't invest in something. I wouldn't automatically think, okay, yeah, when I put money out, it just automatically comes back or something like that. I feel like you're expecting something to switch. All right, what's actually going to occur here? Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody, yeah, the Four of Pentacles. Somebody's like, nah, I'm not going to spend money on that. They're going to save their money. If this is you, I would do this. If this is like you're trying to get somebody else to spend money on something, they're not. I would not bank on people doing this. I feel like too, just depends on what you're trying to do for a living or like a business. The key to something is for people to feel included, or the key to something is to maybe service different people. Now, in that Taurus reading, the solution to community was a Sagittarius. So I don't know if you need somebody to share something for you, advertise something for you. But your advice is Taurus anyway. So I would watch the Taurus is receiving money because something is attractive. That's what their reading was about. So there's something else that you need to add here. You may need to make something look better or present it in a better way. Maybe make it look more professional or something like that. It just depends on what it is. All right, so that was Libra. If you're wondering, I wouldn't rush in and put money into something. Do not do a big lump sum of money. All right, don't do that. All right, so that was Libra. All right, we're going to take a little intermission, y'all. I need to fix some lip gloss. I need some water. We've been on here for a little while. Shout out to Europe. All right, hold on, y'all. 5 minutes, please. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. You said a pendulum? I don't use pendulums. All right, y'all. That was Libra. So next, oh, there's a sign missing. Who did we not do? Oh, Aries. Interesting. Even though Virgo's reading was about Aries, so Aries would be the last one. I guess we can do that too. All right, so Scorpio is next. We got so far, guys, we did Leo, Sag, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, and Libra. We're doing Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, and Aries. Okay. No, I don't do free questions. But if people want personal questions, you guys can do the $5 questions. It's either the super chat or it is Cash App. If you don't have super chat, that's how we do it. And we do them in between the zodiac signs. So we are doing we do general by zodiac signs. Or you can join as a member. You get a monthly question as a member. You can do that. All right, Scorpios, let's see. You said that I bring fruit snacks. I need to get some food. I need to go grocery shopping, but now they got an egg recall in the South. Okay, I'm in Texas, so they got an egg recall. I eat a lot of eggs, so I don't know. I need to go to the store, though. I don't know what I'm going to cook. I need my damn eggs. But anywho, let's see, Scorpios. All right, so what is the center of the Scorpio reading? I love how these oracle cards came out too, because there's all the zodiac signs are in here, so it's dope because I'm not always pulling them. All right, but anywho, you said same. We might get some other food today to just, I don't know. I'll go shopping. All right, what's the center of the reading for the Scorpios? What's the center of the reading for the Scorpios? Okay, status quo, all right? So fitting in, following the same rules and regulations. They all got the same face. They just got different hairstyles. Well, I showed my sister that card. She was like, they got the same face. I said, that's the point. All right. Status quo. We got status quo. All right, so what is everybody doing here, Scorpios? What is everybody doing in this group, or what is the norm? Thank you, Seventh Ward. Okay, so Cancer. Okay, so there's a Cancer involved. I feel like everybody gets along with this Cancer. Okay, Cancer energy is very feminine. So it could be like all the women need to be very feminine, things like that. But I feel like everybody appreciates this Cancer. Okay, encouragement. And Aries. Okay. So a couple of ways I could read this, right? I think Cancer had Aries in their reading. I do think that. Okay, so there's some sort of partnership between a Cancer and an Aries, or a Cancer encouraged an Aries. All right, that is the norm. That's what's going on. Or something also about women encouraging men here, maybe that they're with, dating around. I'm also getting an energy of, yeah, I feel like that's what's supposed to happen. Like a woman is supposed to encourage the man, or like I'm also getting like people's emotions in the moment encourage what they're doing, or with the impulsive actions that they may take. There's a million ways I could read this, so I'm just gonna read all the ways. I'm also getting to something about like people's childhood kind of impacting who they are as a person, all right, their identity. Okay, so that's what's going on there. All right, what this could be people that they could be together, they could be dating, they could be siblings, however that may go. All right, so what role do you play here, Scorpio? I'm also getting really quick something about children and their fathers. Cancer is like children to me. The Emperor can be a father or a father figure. All right, what role do you play here, Scorpio? You may have those placements too, Cancer or Aries. Okay, you're at rest. You're at peace. You're calm. You're sleeping. You're not paying attention to something. You're not paying it, or you're resting. Okay, you're calm. All right, what are you at peace with? What are you calm with? Or, and that's pretty much it. Okay, it's out of your hands. Virgo it had that as well. So it just depends. But yeah, so you just feel like you can't control something. You don't care, or it's out of your hands. You're at peace with things that you cannot control. All right, what else is out of your hands here? Maybe this is a relationship or something, but what else is out of your hands? Okay, a transformation. Now, you guys rule transformation, but the way that something changed or flipped is out of your hands. It's nothing you can do. Of course, transformation could be somebody passing on or something like that. So, what was the situation beforehand here, Scorpios? Okay, something was smooth sailing. It was going well. Okay, and then what did it transform into? Oh, worried. So something was going well and then some. Okay, so what caused that transformation? Something was actually going pretty well. And then somebody started to be worried. Okay, desire. We got Libra here. Okay, do it solo. And then we got Sagittarius energy, indulgence, and money outflow. So if there's a Libra and a Sag, somebody maybe they spent too much money. Something was going smoothly. They could have maybe, now we talked about Libra was got, okay. If there is a Libra and a Sag involved, we talked about that in the Libra reading, that they were guiding people to spend a lot of money or something like that. Or there was something where they believed they could do it with maybe with their own money or do something solo. Okay. There could be an attraction to a Libra, or there's a desire for a relationship that may have made somebody worried. Something was going smoothly though. All right. And now somebody's worried or stressed. This could be you. All right. What other energy should you be in here, Scorpio, for yourself? You should be arrogant. All right. So you are at peace. I mean, you feel like something's out of your hands. It has nothing to do with you. All right. All right. What are you too arrogant, I guess, to deal with here? You're just like, I'm too good for that. I'm not going to. Ooh. Oh, hold on. All right. So what do you feel like you are too arrogant to deal with or worry about maybe? Okay, sadness. So you don't care that somebody is sad. Pretty much. Or you're too arrogant to be sad about something because you just feel like it was out of your hands. You're like, it's okay. I don't care. Okay, what else are we supposed to be sad about or worried about? Okay, we got helpful and golden opportunity. Okay, observe and then manipulation and fantasize. So this is the thing. Somebody that went through this, they thought that somebody was going to help them. They looked in further and they're like, okay, that's just a fantasy. That doesn't make sense. That's a fantasy. Okay. That's pretty much what's going on. So maybe you're like, yeah, you should have looked into it, or you should have looked into it deeper or something like that. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. So somebody just assumed that it was going to be a new opportunity. What was going, I should have asked what the smooth sailing was, but we'll get 8 cards. Let's see. Let's see. You said, I'm the girl that D was talking about the other day. Who is D? Who the hell is D? All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. All right, so Judgment, the Chariot. Okay, there's Cancer. Something is moving smoothly. All right, the Queen of Wands, King of Swords. Now, maybe somebody cut it off because they were worried about groups of people or something like that. We got the Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, Page of Wands, and then the Three of Pentacles. I feel like Two of Cancer could have told somebody to get more information here. Get more information on that. All right. It could have something. I did pull Sag. I probably should have left it out. What did somebody desire here with Libra energy? The Seven of Swords. So typically with the Seven of Swords, that to me means that somebody caught this before it was too late, or they did catch it, because we do have observe. You could be here. So it's a lot of people here. You're here with an Aries and an Aquarius. Let's see. What is your energy and peace? Because it's a lot of people. Here's the relationship part. So somebody's like, okay, I should have just focused on what I was working on, or something was going smooth, but then I wanted a relationship, or, you know, something like that. I feel like that's what somebody desired. We're going to figure out why the Chariot is here. So where are you at in peace? You just don't. Okay, you're the Two of Wands, so you're going elsewhere. Okay, you got the Temperance and Eight of Swords. So we talked about them speaking up, and they got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so they ended some sort of situation. All right, so you're paying attention to a Sagittarius, or if you're not paying attention to a Sagittarius, you're going to go travel or going to go do something yourself. Also, Scorpio is close to Sagittarius, so you may have a Mercury in Sag. All right, so let's see. What else is the Temperance energy for you? Because I feel like that could be you having Mercury. Oh, blockage? Oh, what are they saying no to? What are they blocking? Maybe that's what's out of your hands. Professionalism and lust, controlling self-care. Interesting. I feel like the Sag does not want to work with a Taurus. That's interesting because Taurus, okay, so Taurus's solution to something was community, but they were receiving money because of lust, because somebody's attracted to them. Sag had professionalism in their reading. So they're like, yeah, no, I'm not going to work with that Taurus. Or maybe they're not going to incorporate both energies. Okay. If you're wondering, I mean, if you're wondering, Sagittarius tend to be, I mean, I don't know. I'm a Sag. I'm kind of, I mean, I don't know. But all right. So let's see what the Seven of Swords is. What was somebody's intended outcome? All right, the King of Cups, what actually occurred here? So somebody was trying to do something solo. The Knight of Pentacles, who, I forget what I pulled it for, child. All right, Queen of Pentacles, the Tower, and then the Four of Pentacles. So then they unexpectedly realize they need to hold on to something. Excuse me. That wasn't a Libra reading. Ooh, excuse me. All right, y'all. So you should be arrogant. Ooh, excuse me. That's your reading. What else are you going to do in arrogance? You just don't care that somebody is a sad or something. All right, you got Gemini. You don't, there's something that you don't notice though. Oh, okay. So if you watched, okay, so if you saw this occur, this person may have did something because they wanted a relationship with somebody. It's like a Capricorn may have wanted to work with a Gemini. There's a lot of people here, but it does boil down to a relationship. That's the issue. I feel like too, what was somebody worried about? Because something was actually growing for them. What were they worried? Maybe they thought something bad was going to happen. They thought something was incomplete. They thought they didn't have, oh, wow. So they didn't think that they had all the information about something. They thought they were wrong, but something was actually right. What else was smooth sailing here? Now, I don't know if you, maybe you told somebody like, hey, you're on the right path. Yeah, they were going against the grain. So that's status quo. That's the thing. So somebody was trying to fit in or be similar to other people. They were like, no, this is no way this is going to work. But it was actually working. And the energy with desiring Libra had the rule or whatever in their reading too. So yeah, that's the thing. Like something was still working even though somebody was breaking rules. That's what made somebody worried. All right, well, I don't know where you are, but it looks like you're, because you have the Two of Wands and the Temperance. So it looks like somewhere with a Sag, or you may have Sag placements. All right, Scorpio. Maybe somebody's telling you this story. They're like, yeah, I should have just kept going, or I should have just kept doing something. I was worried, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's see. Make sure I got the cards in the right decks, y'all. All right, so that was Scorpio. We're doing Pisces. We got Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, and Aries is left. Is there any Aries? Because Aries didn't come out. Make sure y'all get the deck, guys. I'm going to actually, I need to stop telling y'all that. I got to put it in the store. I got to take the pictures and put it in the store and stuff. I will, though. I'm going to post it. All right, let's see. What's the center of the reading for... Oh, let me timestamp it. All right, Pisces, you guys did come out in the Libra reading as somebody's desire. So I don't know if somebody wanted to work with you, be around you, something like that. All right, so let's see. Pisces, what is the center of the reading for the Pisces? Center of the reading for the Pisces here. Your Aries moon. Okay, professionalism. All right, I think that did come out in the Sag reading, but okay, being... You know, keeping steady, making sure that something's consistent. All right, what role do you play here, Pisces, for yourself? Oh, that was too many. Too many there. All right, so what role do you play here, Pisces? Okay, encouragement. All right, cool. Okay, so who are you encouraging here, Pisces? It looks like somebody that's working on something, but who are you encouraging? And we'll see what you're encouraging them to do. Okay, you're encouraging somebody that they're a golden opportunity either for you or you feel like, yeah, this is a good opportunity for you to take. What are you encouraging somebody to do? Or you're trying to get somebody to see the opportunities around them. Okay, you're encouraging somebody to transform. All right, what are they currently doing? Taking action. So Libra desired you, right? So if somebody is rushing into something, or they typically rush into things, what do they need to transform into? Interesting, fantasize. So with this, don't rush into something. You need to think about something in it, like outwardly. You need to think about all the different things that you can do first. All right, fantasize and do it solo. What action is somebody taking here? Maybe they think something cannot happen too, so they're taking action to like cut it off. Yeah, okay, incomplete. Somebody's doing something before they have all the information. What other information does somebody need? I feel like too, you're letting somebody know, like, look, you could do this too. All right, what other information does somebody need? And then we'll see what energy you need to be in. Okay, the information they need is arrogance. All right, so we know it's a Scorpio. All right. Okay, so what's incomplete? Somebody needs to know that a Scorpio is arrogant. Or something like that. All right, or they need to be arrogant enough to believe in something. What other energy should you be in here, Pisces? Okay, the energy you need to be in is you need to lie. Okay, this is tricky. Let's see. So, you know, maybe lie on a resume or something. Maybe that's what's going on. What do you need? Oh. What? You need to lie? Okay, let's see what that is. Take this. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's see. So what should you lie about? What's the truth? Hold on. What's the truth? What? That's confusing. That's kind of confusing. Who are you? Okay, who are you lying to? What? Okay, what? That's okay. Let's get 8 cards. What is okay? I'm gonna just keep Dad, because I don't know how to tell you this without because if you're supposed to lie about something, like that's kind of wild. Um, because it's like if somebody's watching to see what a Pisces is going to lie about, they'll know the truth. So, but it's not a secret because I have the card secret, so that's odd. To boil this down, the truth is envy. So, what is somebody envious of? Wow. Somebody's in okay, I don't know what this is, but somebody's envious of the fact that somebody intuitively knows to focus on something. I feel like somebody has self-control or control over their intuition, or yeah, focus and have faith. Somebody knows to focus on a plan. And that the truth is that somebody is envious of that. I don't know how that's going to go. All right, let's get 8 cards. That's interesting. You said you like a Pisces, so what's the lie? I mean, somebody's intuition, they know to control and have faith on something. That could be the fantasized part. Instead of thinking that something is incomplete, I'm also getting to, you will know to look into something more and have all the information before doing it. So that looks like this reading gonna be all over the place. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards for the Pisces. Thanks for sharing the live. You may have to lie to somebody because they're envious. Okay. We're going to find out a new perspective on what envy means, or we're going to figure that out. Okay. So somebody made a decision, excuse me, to create something. They didn't have all the information. They went back and learned more. Okay. It's definitely about focus. The signs that are out are Gemini and the Magician. So you are going to have to lie. This could be lying on a resume or something like that. The lie is that somebody is contemplating, or the lie is to contemplate, but the truth is envy. So I feel like the truth is like somebody could be envious of the fact that somebody's able to do something here. So who's arrogant? Like that's kind of who's arrogant here in this reading. Okay, it could be a Virgo, or somebody feels like whoever this is, they feel like they don't need people. They're above people, or they don't need people here. What is the result of you lying here, Pisces, for yourself? Let's see, what's the result of you lying? I guess I'm assuming it's going to work out for you. That if that's your advice, I don't know. Maybe your advice is that you need to know somebody is a liar. That could be it too. So if you need to know whether or not somebody's a liar, the truth is that they're envious. All right, so if that's your advice, that's the truth. Maybe you don't know somebody's envious. What is somebody envious of here, Pisces? Okay, we got the Tower. All right, so yeah, something is unexpected here. Somebody did not expect something to go that way, or I mean, maybe you really are supposed to lie about something. We might have to do a Pisces bonus later or something like that. All right. What's expected here, or what's the norm? Oh, yeah, ground yourself. That's the thing you want. Somebody needs to fantasize, or like think outside the box, think of all these ideas. Fantasize can also be like, what am I trying to say? Like creativity, like the ideas. I feel like too somebody needs to fantasize about being able to do something by themselves. Okay. So if somebody's believing like, okay, you need to ground yourself, you have no control over that, it's out of your hands. Maybe you're like, no, there are ways for you to do certain things. There are ways for you to do something new. What is actually going to occur here? That's an odd reading. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hold you. Desire and rest. I mean, Scorpio, yeah, it's smooth sailing. So that's the thing. That's why Scorpio had that, I guess. I feel like Scorpio more so is like not worried because something was already working out. So if they were like if they're dealing with another person, they're like, why are you worried about that? Something was already working. There was nothing for, like, something's easy here. I'm also getting two. I don't know who's who. Okay, if a Leo is trying to give a solution, that is not correct. Sorry, Leos. Do not take, somebody should not take this advice from a Leo. That is not the solution. Something is not helpful. It actually, oh, wow. Okay, a Leo is not helpful here. They want to date somebody. They want to be in a relationship with someone. And that makes the person in charge like worried here. What? All right. We're going to go on to the next. What's the outcome for the Pisces? Then we're going to do Gemini. That's funny. That's the first time I even pulled the liar card. What's the outcome for the Geminis? Somebody's going to hold back from an Aquarius. Okay. All right. We're going to see. Well, that's weird. Yeah, something is actually just easy for somebody. There is no issue there. All right. Also, guys, I did do like a personal for myself. If you do use these oracle cards and you pull smooth sailing, that's a good card. That means there's not really, something's just easy. There's no issues. There's nothing else you have to research, things like that. Okay, that was interesting. Let's see. Sometimes, honestly, with the advice being liar, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes that is the advice. Sometimes you do gotta lie, but that's just I wasn't expecting that to come out. All right, Geminis, let's see. Could be being sneaky or something like that. You said this is Steve. All right, y'all. We got Gemini, Capricorn, and Aries left. If you need to see any of the other signs and you're on like TikTok, Kick, or Twitch, this is up on my YouTube. It'll be time-stamped after I'm done. The rest of the day, I will be taking, doing my photos, doing all my promo stuff for the deck. And I will have the deck up there hopefully by tonight. And I have other items coming for you guys too. I got some digital products that I'm going to put on the store. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to work on that too. And I told you I was working on the astrology ebook, so I'm still working on that. All right, I got some stuff for y'all. All right, Geminis. What is the center of the reading for the Geminis today? Let's see. Somebody asked about Geminis on Kick about an hour ago. All right, what's the center of the reading for the Geminis? Let's see. Okay, observe. All right, so we're looking closely at something. We're paying attention. Geminis, y'all do rule Mercury. All right, so what are we looking at? What are we paying attention to? Okay, and Aries. All right, Aries, we're observing you, or we're paying attention to men, or we are observing a person's personality very closely. Ooh, okay. I'm going to keep these cards. This is important. Damn, that's so specific. That is so specific. God, hold on. I gotta write that down, y'all. Hold on. For some people, okay, we got the card that came out is Aries, Sadness, Pisces, and Indulgence. All right, so right out the gate, if I'm keeping this general, somebody does regret overindulgence. This is like an addiction. If these are two separate people in Aries, it's sad that a Pisces had an addiction or they overindulged. I feel like too, you're going to notice, like, if you're watching a person, their identity, their true self, they're overindulging, they're going to regret overindulging in the end of that. All right. So that is what somebody is observing. All right. Let's see. What other role do you play here, Geminis? Or that's what you're going to notice, or that's what you need to notice. All right. If you're wondering, if somebody is protective of you or something like that, they are protective of you because of that. They witnessed that occur before. All right, looks like somebody has an addiction. All right, let's see. What's your current energy, Geminis? Or somebody did or something like that. What's your energy, Geminis? Damn. You're repeating the same cycle. I feel like you're repeating that cycle. You need to observe that. I feel like you're repeating a cycle of indulgence, but we're going to clarify what else. You're repeating something that somebody already witnessed. That is so clear. That is so clear. All right, let's see. This can be alcoholism, something like that. Okay, let's see. What might you also be repeating, Geminis? Okay, interesting. Time. You do, okay, there's a couple ways this can go. Literally, history is repeating itself. I feel like, too, you are doing something repetitively. You are not paying attention to how much time you are spending on something. I'm also getting, too, you keep doing the same thing every year. You keep doing the same thing at the same time. This can definitely be an addiction, or it just depends on what it is. What else with time is considered here, or what else is important about this? Keep doing something at the same time all the time. There's that fantasize and envy thing, and then do it solo. That's the same. That is the Pisces reading. We got to figure out what that means. All right, but you keep doing the same thing at the same time. All right, what energy should you be in to break the cycle, Geminis? Let's see. You said if you ever date a water sign male, you should dump them. All right, so you should flaunt, Geminis. You should be proud of yourself. What should you show off? What should you be proud of? Okay, you got lust. You're attractive. I feel like you're attractive. You don't show, okay, Geminis, you do not show how attractive you are. Of course, if this is about like overindulging, somebody's like, damn, so and so don't remember, they don't realize how beautiful they were, or they don't realize, like, don't eat too much, you're going to gain too much weight, or you drinking too much, it can mess up your skin. I mean, especially drinking. Please, drinking is, oh my goodness, please, that might be the worst. Well, I ain't gonna say it's the worst, but drinking is up there. But yeah, no, you're beautiful, Gemini. I feel like you don't know how beautiful you are or something. All right, let's get the cards. Let's see. I feel like too, a cycle that you keep having is like you come up with this idea or this plan and then you don't do it, or like say you have a certain goal, you'll see somebody else doing that goal and you get jealous or upset with them. I feel like this, you could get the same goal. You would be able to get the same things. Especially if there's a woman and you're jealous of another woman that's able to do something, they're able to do it because they are attractive, or they make something look attractive, but you have that same quality. You're able to just be just as attractive, or you're able to make something look just as good. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. You said water sign males are not grounded. Me personally, I like fire sign men the best. That's my favorites. I'm a fire sign though, so that might be why. I like fire sign men. I think like earth and water men are very they get on my nerves a little bit. Air sign men are crazy too. Hands down, I will have to say fire sign men are my absolute favorites. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. All right, 8 cards for the Geminis. Let's see. All right, yeah, there is evidence of this. We're obviously seeing this. There is evidence of this. I feel like there is evidence of something not being helpful. Now, over the indulgence card being here with the sadness, I'm going to show you. Literally, somebody could have lost a lot of stuff due to an overindulgence, due to an addiction. But literally, I feel like that's what it is. There is evidence of it. You've seen it. It's obvious. You can see it. All right. Different signs are my favorites for different reasons, too. All right, yeah, there's a strength. There's the hangman. There's that Pisces. And then there's the death card. Uh-oh, the Scorpio came out of here. Okay. Yeah, that's why there is a worry. That is why there is an anxiety. If you're wondering why somebody is anxious, that is what you need to observe. That's what they are sad about. They're sad because somebody was overindulging or doing too much. Or the signs that are out is a Leo, Pisces, and a Scorpio. I feel like too, a Pisces might have started doing something because of a Leo. If these are people, a Pisces started doing something because of a Leo, possibly. All right. And here's also your repetitive cycle, the strength. You might be repeating the same cycle that a Pisces did. You don't realize you are beautiful, Gemini. All right, let's see what else. What else is your repetitive cycle? Okay, you got the Fool, so you may just kind of, that's what I'm saying, like you have the fantasy, you're free, you go do something. All right, you got the Chariot, 6 of Swords, a 10 of Pentacles. It's like you start to do something. You could be dealing with a Cancer that's trying to lead people to get, lead people to work together. All right, but it's like you start out on this good path. All right, what else? What other energy should you be in with flaunt and lust here? Yeah, there's the 5 of Cups. There's Justice. You got the Hermit and the 10 of Cups. I do feel like something will be visible to people. If you are wondering, other people can see this. All right, so if you're trying to hide like some sort of, addiction or something like that, if there are people involved, like I say, you need a balance. You got the Justice is balance. The Hermit is our health. That is not an indulgence, right? So the polarity of Pisces and Virgo. Pisces is what we indulge in. It's what we fantasize about. It's what we enjoy, drinking, food, things like that. The Virgo energy is grounded. All right, so that's our grounded energy. But I feel like, too, it's ironic because Pisces is about fantasies, but I feel like somebody was not able to do those fantasies, and that is what leads to the indulgence. I can't speak on everybody. Like, I just feel like personally, when you kind of restrain yourself too much, it's like when you have like a child and you don't let them do stuff and then you send them off to college, they just be buck wild. Like they doing everything that they weren't allowed to do. I feel like people have that type of energy in general. Like if they're not allowed to do one thing that they really enjoy or really fantasize about, they're going to overindulge in other things that they're allowed to do, or things they're allowed to sneak and do or something like that. But yeah, I feel like too, there may be something you are ashamed of with the 10 of Cups, and you might hide it from people. You say you had a food addiction. I feel like everybody has something that they are, you got to replace that addiction with just something else, honestly, or try. I don't know. It depends. All right, what's the outcome here for you? I ain't going to say everybody got an addiction, but some people have more than others. All right, yeah, there's take action. There's Libra, golden opportunity, and rest. There's Sagittarius. There's that liar energy with Pisces. There's secret. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. We're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out later. Yeah, you gotta take action. You're gonna be able to balance something out. All right. Excuse me. Capricorn is next, y'all. Capricorn is next. Oh, yeah, cheese and fatty meats. You know what? I really want some crab legs, but I ain't going to get none. I really want some, but I'm not going to get any. All right, Capricorns. Let's see. I don't know if I don't know if I can say I had an addiction, but I know I like indulge and I'll stop and I'll indulge and I'll stop. I always can like cut it off. So I can't really say, I don't know. But Texas banned what I like. So I ain't going to jail. They took it away. They got rid of weed, y'all. They got rid of the weed. All right, Capricorns. How dare they? I was so sad. Go to a little dispensary. They ain't got it no more. I don't know. The last time they had the temporary ban, they had like the little THC drinks and stuff, but it's all good. I don't need to be doing it anyway. I'm a lot more productive, and I also have a lot of ideas lately. I don't know what's been going on for me, but I got so many ideas, and I just be doing stuff like, oh my goodness. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. These are general, y'all. Yeah, you said with all the drunks on the road. Yeah. Yeah, alcohol is much, much worse. I can't even really drink a lot of alcohol, I don't think now. It kind of like, I don't know, give me like a bloated feeling. And my goal is to stay looking good, y'all. That is my main goal. So alcohol will take that from you, okay? Please. Alcohol will tear you up. All right, Capricorns. Let's see. What's the center of the reading for the Capricorns here? Center of the reading for the Capricorns. Oh, yourself. Nice. This is the first time I pull Capricorn. And you know what? I've said this before, but Capricorn rarely comes out in other people's readings. They very rarely come out in somebody else's business for some reason. Y'all not nosy enough. Y'all not in enough mess, okay? No, I'm just kidding. All right, but Capricorn, here you go. The center of the reading is you. Y'all see him? He fine. He a little businessman. All right, Saturn ruled, okay? That's cute. All right, Capricorn. What about you, Capricorn? Let's see. What about you, Capricorns? Okay, you're ignoring something. All right, let's see. So you are ignoring something. What are you ignoring? Uh-oh. What are you ignoring here, Capricorns? Rest. Okay, Scorpio came out as rest. If you're a Capricorn dealing with a Scorpio, their reading was about something moving forward smoothly, and they didn't understand why somebody was worried. That's why they didn't care about it. So if you're with a Scorpio, that Scorpio is not worried about you. They're not worried about it. They feel like you will do well. But let's see though. See, there it is. Obstacle, dangers. There's the worried. Let's see, but you're ignoring that something is calm. But if you are dealing with a Scorpio, they're fine. They're not worried about anything that you're doing. They trust that you're going to be able to make something work. Like if you're dating somebody, this is a parent, a friend, whatever. It just depends. What other energy should you be in here, Capricorns, for yourself? What other I'm sorry, that comment was funny. What other energy should you be in for yourself, Capricorns? Interesting rules. All right, you guys are Saturn rule. Maybe you need to establish some sort of rule or regulation, or you need to pay attention to the rules and regulations. Okay. What rules here should you follow or implement for yourself, or standards? Okay, do it solo. I feel like there's something you want to do on your own. All right, there's something that you want to work on. So these are rules and standards that you're going to set for yourself. Excuse me, y'all. Let me get some water. If there's anything where somebody wants to work with you, I feel like in your case, something works better for you to do it alone. Capricorn is a cardinal sign, so you guys are initiators. You being Saturn rule means that you are able to set certain restrictions and things like that. Yeah, maybe somebody... Okay, so something's unexpected. Okay. Something's going to be unexpected about a Sagittarius energy. The irony about committing to something. Let me continue. I'm going to keep shuffling because the next card is funny. Hey, John Doe is funny, yo. He said that. I'm sorry. He said the demons are on fire, so I need to drink more water. Y'all so crazy, man. Them Bible thumpers. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The brainwashing is crazy, bruh. The brainwashing is crazy. All right, let's see. I should pull a card and see who you are. See what your zodiac sign is. That'll spook you out. All right, let's see. But let's focus for Capricorn anyway. All right, what else are you able to complete solo or independently here, Capricorns? Go ahead and do something on your own. All right, you got Virgo energy and be different. Let me get one more, and be self-assured. All right. If you want to work with a Virgo, that's fine. That may work out well for you. Or no, because you're supposed to work alone. I feel like you're supposed to work alone. I wouldn't tell you to work with a Virgo. Because that's your rule. Maybe you have to tell a Virgo that. You're like, no, I'm going to do it solo. You know, that's great. That's cool. I'm also getting two Virgo rules work. So literally something that you are building up. Okay. Capricorn, where would Virgo end up? Somebody may also have maybe you have a Capricorn midheaven. You may have Capricorn in the 6th house. You may have a significant, like a Virgo placement. Some of you may be like a Virgo rising, Virgo moon. All right, but yeah, no, you're okay. Do it by yourself. That's what you need to know. Maybe you're worried. You may be thinking like, oh my God, like, am I going to be able to do it? I feel like somebody around you is not worried that you're going to be able to do this at all. All right, let's get 8 cards here for you. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Okay, got the Lovers, the Sun. Are we getting information? Page of Cups, 2 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and then the 2 of Pentacles. All right, so first of all, literally, I'm getting thinking for yourself. Literally. This is Gemini, Leo. It is the self. All right, literally thinking for yourself. Knowledge is power. All right, so I feel like this is an idea. I feel like you're going to be able to do this. I'm also getting 2 of his rules and do it solo. You may, if you're creating something, working on something, make sure it's copyrighted. You know, this is an energy where it's nothing for you to include anybody else right now. I also see 2, somebody is going to reach out to you with the Page of Cups, 2 of Wands. Somebody's going to ask you to do something together. All right, somebody's going to ask you to either work with them, invest in them, like partner up. I would not do that. Who might be asking you to do this? I feel like 2, I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini and a Leo. What was Gemini's energy? Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out. Oh yeah, they were supposed to flaunt something. They were supposed to do something out loud. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, do something. I'm also getting too, you may have the idea that you have to partner up. For you, you don't have to do that. This could be something, like I said, in your birth chart. You don't need like a co-worker, but what else is the Virgo energy really quick? The Knight of Swords. All right, no. There you go on the devil energy. There you go. So maybe a Virgo is trying to convince you. Let me see. What is the Virgo energy here for you, Capricorns? So I feel like somebody's trying to change your mind. They're trying to change how you view what you're working on or what you're doing. So what else is the Virgo trying to convince you of here? You may have to be like, look, I want to, okay, to relocate. If that's not physical relocation, it's to change. Like, hey, stop doing something that you want to do. Don't do that by yourself. Somebody wants you to change your mind. I'm also getting too, if you do change your mind, something would cost you more money. There would be a lot of unexpected costs to something here. So I would not do that. Something would cost you more money. Don't do that. So yeah, don't follow after that here. Literally, if somebody literally wants you to, I'm going to show you this. If somebody literally wants you to stop doing what you are currently doing. Oh wait, sorry, that's the outcome. If somebody wants you to currently stop doing what you're doing and partner with them and have sympathy for them, do not do that. It's going to cost you a lot of money. This could be like maybe somebody wants you to move in with them. If there could be children involved with the Six of Cups. Whatever this is, do it independently, okay? Do it independently. You say you just blocked a Virgo moon. Oh, for being pushy about a relationship? Interesting. Oh, yeah, Gemini, yeah. Let me see what else the Gemini energy is really quick with the sun. What else that is. But I feel like this is your idea, and it's a good idea for you to figure it out. Okay, ground yourself. So Gemini might be showing you that. They might be like, oh, yeah, Gemini. I like these cards. I like these. Okay, Gemini may also cause some sort of like an obstacle for you as well. But no, you're good. All right, yep, do it by yourself. Gemini also can be siblings partnering up with somebody. All right. Okay, last but not least is Aries. Shout out to the Aries. I really love how these cards came out, y'all. I'm so pressed. It just makes me want to make more decks, but I feel like I have I feel like I have enough answers for right now. I'll cross that bridge. But these are perfect. All right, Capricorns. Like, if you guys do not read tarot and you want your own cards, like dead ass, these are coming out like super clear. I'm gonna see if I might be able to read without tarot with these, honestly. All right, Aries. Let's see. Aries, what's the center of the reading for the Aries? We've seen y'all come out in a couple of readings. You came on the Gemini and the Virgo reading, which is interesting because they're both ruled by by Mercury. All right, so what's the center of the reading for the Aries here? Let's see. Okay, desire. Okay, so I don't know if this is you or not, but let's see. Who is this in your reading? It could be what you want, but who is this in your reading, Aries? Okay, somebody that is paying for something. All right, so money outflow. Somebody has paid for something or spent money on something. Okay. Okay, what do they desire? So somebody put money into something, they spent money. What do they desire here? Could be you if you put money into something. Oh, okay, time. Interesting. So somebody's spending money to get time back. That's what it is. We're spending money to save time. So like if somebody has a service that they do, like it's going to take me a long time to change my tire myself. So I pay somebody to do it. That's what it is. We spend money to get more time back. Gemini did have something with a repetitive cycle about time there. So you did come in there reading. All right, what is somebody spending money on here really quick? This could be somebody you're watching. All right, we got self-assured. So Aquarius came out as that. But yeah, it's somebody that actually knows what to do. They're spending money on somebody that can do this job or whatever. All right, what role do you play here, Aquarius? Reaper is on a license plate here in front of you. That's not a big deal. That just means somebody wanted to put Reaper on their license plate. It's that simple. All right, what's the center of the reader for you here? What's your energy, Aries? What's your energy? Okay, you're detached. You're calm. You're not emotionally attached to something. All right, what other energy should you be in here for yourself? Okay, you got Libra energy. There may be something dealing with a Libra. All right, you may have Libra placements. That is your opposite sign. All right. So we got Libra, relocate, take action. We talked about that. We talked about a Libra rushing to do something that they may need to take time and pay more attention to. All right. What are you detached from, Aries? Okay, disrespect. You don't really care about somebody breaking some sort of rules or going against the grain, or you're willing to go against the grain here and break the rules. All right, let's see what else. What was that? Okay, cool. Thank you, Freddie, whoever that is, who just bought a deck. Thank you. Shout out to you. Libra, rising, Aries, moon. All right, so let's see. Let's get 8 cards. The Oracle deck will be on the site today, y'all. I'm going to put that on here today. All right, let's get 8 cards for the Aries. Now, this could be you. If you're able to spend money on something because you want to save time or you want something to be quick, that's fine for you. There's a Page of Pentacles. All right, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and then 10 of Wands. Somebody has a new perspective on like something being very difficult. That is why they put money into it, I'm assuming. All right, we got the Queen of Swords, 3 of Swords, 8 of Cups, and then here's the Ace of Pentacles. So somebody is walking away from this scenario. This is why you're detached. I feel like you don't have any major cards here. All right, so you put money into something. You can see how much was invested with the 7 of Pentacles. You have a new perspective on something being difficult. So you're like, yeah, I'm willing to spend money so that I don't have to do the hard part. All right, it won't take me a long time to do it. Okay. Let's see what what somebody's walking away from with the 8 of Cups, because you are detached. What else are you detached from? You don't really... Okay, it could be a Cancer. All right. Okay, a Cancer is working. A Cancer is focused on their work. That's interesting because in the Scorpio reading, so I don't know, Aries, if you guys have like a Scorpio placement or anything like that, but they had that normally a Cancer is supposed to encourage an Aries. So you're fine. You're like, okay, that's fine. You know, they're working. That Cancer's doing what they need to do, or they could have went somewhere new or something like that. All right, what is a new opportunity for you with the Ace of Pentacles? So you're like, yeah, I'm not worried about that Cancer going and working. That's cool. That's what they're supposed to do. What are you doing in the Ace of Pentacles here, Aries? Okay, you're on your own path here. Knight of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, and then the Ace of Cups. Let's see what else your new path is. You did come out in a Virgo reading too, Aries. All right. Yeah, what is a new opportunity here for you? Could be a new reality. Oh, it's still with a Cancer. Okay. That's it. Okay, so the Cancer is still there. Okay, what else are you able to do that's new with this Cancer? They're still there, or it's cool. I mean, there's not an issue. All right, yeah, flaunt. You could be okay with this relationship. All right, we got irony, Gemini, obstacle. So interesting. Gemini, you came out in Gemini's reading. There's going to be something ironic about a Gemini having obstacles trying to control something. A Gemini is trying to stop something that's unexpected from happening. There's obstacles there. And that has something to do with you. Okay, there's going to be something ironic about it. So what's the obstacle here? Something's getting in the way. Oh, a Sagittarius. Well, all right. So a Sagittarius is committed. I already told a Gemini that they're repeating cycles. So it's a repetitive cycle. Or if a Sag is focused on something here, it's not, you know, it is what it is. Okay. They're committed to something. They're trying to. So what is the Gemini trying to control here? So if there's a Gemini, these are just people opposite of them. Somebody's like, no, ignore that, Pisces. Okay, that something cannot be ignored. What is expected here? What's the norm? These are like tied together. Indulgence. That's what it is. That did come out in the Gemini reading. And you had like a regret about somebody indulging here. Somebody's like, so basically somebody is trying to get you like, no, Aries, ignore that overindulgence, ignore that, or ignore that situation that happened with a Pisces or something. Somebody needs you to ignore one thing so that they will feel more comfortable doing another. But it's like, no, I genuinely, like, I watched that. I regret that. Don't do that. So you don't ignore it. You're actually paying attention to it. There's a lot of people in your reading, so... All right, what actually occurs here? Thank you. Yeah, have faith. This could, yeah, observe. Exactly. And unpromising. Somebody's like, wait, let me make sure that this is actually helpful. This may not be helpful here. All right, that's your reading, though. You're already, I feel like you're good. I don't really even know. I forgot to ask about the Libra. I don't know where that came from. Let's see. Let me see what... That was your advice. What's the Libra here real quick? It's like so much came out. What's the Libra energy? It says they're rushing into something. All right, yeah. The Libra, the Libra is going to find something else out later. They didn't understand. They needed more information. All right. I'm going to figure that out. That's interesting. All right, y'all. Cool. I am going to take pictures of all these cool oracle decks. I'm going to have this up for y'all tonight. And then what else I got to do? I'm going to make some clips, some short form stuff. I do definitely owe my members a love reading. If you guys join as a member, you get to see love readings, career readings, you also get, the higher tier members get a oracle deck and a tarot deck included with their monthly membership. And I have more things on the way that accompany the decks and stuff like that. So I got some cool ideas for you guys coming up soon. Pardon me. But enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I will be back. I'm definitely going to do general readings tomorrow, guys. So come on in. Sunday is when it's mostly like a lot of people. So come on Sunday. Get your sign in there early so you don't get the last reading. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one.